Navy Army Night Parade pre-parade show. We do want to mention one of our sponsors, NEC Co-op Energy. You can find your plain and simple rate at necoopenergy.com. And it looks like you found something.
I did. Well, you know, there's so many vendors out here. Yeah. Ryan, the vendor, just threw this up. Absolutely.
She'll do anything.
It's a night parade, and you got to have some bling. We'll get you some bling here a little bit later. And, you know, there's so many organizations that have been working on their bling to put it on their floats for this parade.
That's right. There is one group we want to tell you about. It's I want to read this and get it right.
Okay.
The Texas Association of Black Personnel in Higher Education, also known as TAFE. Our Catherine McGinty has their story.
Butler and 10 of her friends have been waiting and working for this day. They're all members of the local chapter of the Texas Association of Black Personnel in Higher Education. And for the first time, tonight, they'll be in the Buck Days Navy Army Night Parade. The association, known as TAFE, hope their presence will generate a buzz.
Normally we just post flyers around town, but this year we thought we would enter the parade.
The idea, a rolling promotion of TAFE's upcoming Juneteenth celebration here in Corpus Christi, which is a part of the larger national celebration over the ending of slavery in Texas and the rest of the U.S.
We will have a backdrop which will stand, it's an 8 feet, 4x8 piece of plywood which will be decorated, and we'll have our TAFE logo.
For these educators and mentors, the parade is a way to have fun with a purpose.
It's really about the fun of it, you know, but also a PR, you know, promotion.
Catherine McGinty, Chris 6 News.
All right, we're going to be seeing their float come by here pretty soon. By the way, their Juneteenth event is happening June the 15th over at Cole Park.
At Cole Park, and it's going to take place from 4 p.m. until 9 p.m. that evening.
All right, now we are less than an hour away from the start of the Navy Army Night Parade.
And Maclovio Perez joins us live. He's been on the parade route. And Mac, who have you found down there?
Well, you know, first of all, I'm so happy that everybody figured out where to come line up. I was really worried that a couple of my friends were going to be on Leopard going, hey, where's the parade? But it's all down here. This is Chaparral Street, and you can see all the way down. This is the beginning of the parade route. And of course, already people are lined up and everybody's ready to go. I found some new friends over here. The girls are all wearing flowers. That's so cute. Is this like a new thing that I didn't know about? No?
It's kind of.
It looks good. It looks good. So tell me, what grade are you in?
I'm in 6th grade.
6th grade? And you are in?
5th.
5th grade?
5th.
5th grade. Oh, you didn't tell me your schools.
Oh, I go to Hamlin.
Hamlin?
Clark Wilson.
Clark Wilson?
Montclair.
Montclair. All right. Now, I've got two little ones here, but they're on standby, okay? I'm going to I'll tell you why. Now, I wanted to ask the girls, why do they come to the parade when they could be sitting on their couch doing nothing? Why do you come to the parade?
Because every year it's kind of something that we do.
Who's we?
Me and my family.
Oh, good. Now, why do you come to the parade?
Because my family comes.
So it's a family tradition for you? And what about you?
Because my family and the music.
You like the music and all the excitement and all that good stuff. All right, you ready? You ready? Here's my friend. Okay, hit the balloon, hit the bubbles, hit the bubbles. Oh, I think we ran out of bubbles. Okay, bubbles, and it's looking good. Everybody's lined up. Of course, the vendors having a great time selling stuff like this because everybody's got to have a bubble machine when they're on the parade route. Hey, thank you, girls, for joining us today. We're here along Chaparral. Of course, the parade's just a few minutes away, and it's going to start right here and go that way. So get ready for that. Thank you guys for joining me. Bye.
Hey, Meg, sing it with me. It's a family tradition.
Looks like they found your vendor too.
Yes, they found the same vendor.
Hey, as fun as everything's going to be tonight, there are still some rules that you're going to need to follow if you're going to be down here at the parade. And we want to remind you of those very quickly. Your furry friends will be allowed to watch the parade with you as long as they are on a leash. If you've rented a porta potty for the night, be sure that it's not blocking anyone's view. And any kind of noisemaker, silly frilly string and laser lights, those are not going to be allowed to be used during the parade.
And listen, just clean up after yourself, after everything is over. Make sure you take your trash with you. Also, yeah, you can drink your alcohol tonight, but only between 8 o'clock this evening until 10 p.m. Officers are asking to please drink responsibly.
And those officers, they're going to be down here enforcing the rules tonight,
They
right?
definitely are. Corpus Christi Police Department is going to have lots of security on the ground. You're going to see them. You're also going to see them in that big tower, the Skywatch Tower that you've probably seen out at the mall and certain other places. That tower is also going to be used here. It's called the Skywatch, but it's also not the only surveillance technique that's going to be in play today.
We'll also have what we call a TOTUS, and basically it is a standalone camera system that will be deployed on the route itself also, so that we can monitor video from that TOTUS.
And Lieutenant Pena says officers will monitor the video from the department's operations center. Now listen, the party continues over at the American Bank Center because the pachanga is going on over there.
That's right. It's all a lot of fun going on in there as well as out here on the street. Our Paulo Salazar is in there. We're going to check in with him again. Paulo?
Well, guys, we're back here coming to you from, I guess you could say, the VIP room. We're at the American Bank Center, and we're here at the Parade Pachanga. It's the first year of the big event. We're waiting for the Buck Days Navy Army Night Parade floats to make their way through. All these folks in here have paid a little extra money to see the parade floats in style. They're offering food and drinks. They've got a kids area to come out and enjoy. And one of the big events that they do here is they crown the King and Queen of the Buck Days King and Queen Leadership Program. Well, our queen is Jessica Pena from Academy High School in Kingsville. She was crowned, and then our king, RJ Loa of Calallen High School. These seniors, area high school seniors, are all part of a training program, a leadership program. They have to at least have a 3.0 to even qualify to be a part of the program, and they learn about civic and business opportunities throughout the Coastal Bend. They had to do public speaking, write an essay, and also do some interviewing. So the very top of the heap came out Jessica Pena and RJ Loa. They'll each receive close to $8,000 worth of scholarships for their college educations. I'm going to be sticking around here. This is where the food is, the AC is, and I'll be checking back with you guys a little bit later. Back to you two.
No fair, Paulo.
Yeah,
you're in the AC and he's got all that food. Thanks, Paulo. Now listen, coming up after the break, Las Doñas de la Corte, the coronation pageant. It is a time-honored tradition for the Buck Days Festival.
Yeah, lots of work goes into making each intricately bejeweled dress design. Find out the story behind the seamstress when we come back. You're watching the Navy Army Night Parade pre-show. And we want to thank one of our sponsors, Wilcox Furniture, South Texas' largest furniture selection.
Wilcox Furniture is really overstocked. Yikes! Time for the massive inventory write-off sale at all locations.
Great furniture delivered fast at great prices, like this deep cushion sectional, just $6.99.
Queen of the court was Elizabeth Clare Webster. The entire court is also going to take part in tonight's big parade, of course. And the people who make those dresses, they take being an artist to a whole other level.
They do. They taking a drawing and turning it into something that beautiful. They make that look fairly easy. Well, not for me, but for some. We sent our Ali Cassetti to see what it really takes. She has this report.
It's time to meet some of the gems behind the jewels. Starting with only a simple piece of fabric, these creators bring designs to life. With 26 Duchesses in the 2019 Doñas de la Corte pageant, each shop was approached with the challenge of 7 dresses, with each dress needing at least hundreds of hours of attention.
Royalty took us, this past year, Royalty took us 1,600 hours, which is a lot of man hours.
Seamstresses like Lucy Salinas are anything but amateurs. Some even started getting involved with the pageant while still in high school.
I started when I was in high school. It was my part-time job sewing jewels. And from there I started doing artwork and every other aspect of making the gowns. And it's very creative, and each dress is a challenge. And you can use your creativity to the max.
Even though the goal always remains the same, these ladies say that their job is anything but boring.
It has been delightful, very, very nice, because even though it's a very stressful job, it's very interesting because we never get bored.
Year after year, they can all agree that their long hours and hard work are more than worth it the day of the unveiling.
We finish the dress.
Seeing the girls' happy face.
Happy face. I'm excited about the final product.
I still get amazed after I see the complete unit. The train, the headpiece, the dress they carry. Just seeing it on the girl, it just inspires me to keep on going, to keep on making more.
Ali Cassetti, Chris 6 News.
And this is a tradition for these seamsters. The reason that they get involved is because family members have been involved, and they're hoping that this tradition will also continue in their families.
Yeah,
I mean, they know how to make them best.
They do, and they do a great job. Hey, we are less than an hour away now from the start of the Navy Army Night Parade.
Cannot wait until you see the Chris 6 float, because so much work has gone into it. And you know who's there right now? We joined Dale Nelson, who is live to give us a preview of what's going on that side of Whataburger Field. We've got some folks behind us, too, that's getting started. But Dale, what's happening over there, my friend?
Welcome back. Well, we're live on the Chris 6 float, waiting in line in our turn for the Navy Army Night Parade. And boy, is it something else. And everybody that's anybody is here, including Alan Harwell. Welcome.
Man, this is a highlight to be interviewed by Dale Nelson. This has never happened before. It's good to be here.
Yeah, it is. Lots of the floats are lined up behind us here. They're very a lot of work's been going into these beautiful floats and displays, and they're actually starting to move. So the parade looks like it's about to get started over in the left-hand corner. And there's just a lot of pomp and pageantry going on out here tonight. So if you can't make it, you've got a good seat at home on Chris 6, because the weather's beautiful, but it's absolutely wonderful night, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, it really is. It's perfect. And once the sun goes down, all these lights will really be bright, and all the ladies are dressed beautifully in their elegant gowns. And I mean, even you look good tonight, Dale. And then now this is a great place to be. Whataburger Field. This is kind of a behind-the-scenes look. I don't always get to see this. It's pretty cool.
That's right. Well, we're going to have more. We've got more from the Chris 6 float. We'll see you in a few minutes. Katya and Mike, back to you.
He had to get that zinger in. Even you look good tonight.
You can tell those guys have been together for a long time.
Oh, for sure.
Hey, there is still much more to come here on the Navy Army Night Parade pre-show. I keep trying to get that out to let you know the parade hadn't started yet. When we come back, we're going to talk about the history here. I think it goes back to 1938.
It does, and find out more about this rich history when we come back.
All right, and as we take you to break, we do want to thank one of our sponsors once again. That would be Bishop RV Center, where you can find new and pre-owned RVs, parts, and service. We're back after this.
Nobody goes into life
From Chris 6 News, this is a live broadcast of the Buck Days Navy Army Night Parade. Now, your hosts from Chris 6 News, Mike Gillespie, Katia Uriarte, and Maclovio Perez.
And a big thank you here to all those who are helping us to bring you the night parade tonight. That would include, of course, Navy, Army, Community Credit Union, Wilcox Furniture, NEC Co-op Energy, Bishop RV Center, and Cantwell Mattress Company. We appreciate every one of them for what they are doing for us.
Absolutely. You know that Buck Days is one of the longest running festivals here in the Coastal Bend.
That's right. But what a lot of people may not realize is how it all actually got started. Our Jeremiah Marshall checked into that and has this.
It's been around for 82 years, bringing the young and old in our community together. We spoke to one seasoned member of the Buck Days Commission who gave us some insight about the rich history of the Buck Days Festival.
And it's been a really neat celebration.
Richard Durham got involved with the historic Buccaneer Days back in the 60s, but the historic Buck Days goes much further than that. The first Buccaneer Days took place back in 1938. And prior to that, it was originally known as Splash Day, a time to celebrate the discovery of Corpus Christi.
And every year, each one of them improved from what we had the year before. And that's what's been our miracle, and the fact that we've been able to improve everything during the Buck Days.
Maybe Buck Days' most famous attraction is the Night Parade, an event that has been going on for the past 82 years.
And it starts at 8, and you can guarantee it when the shotgun goes off, it starts. It's not a case of, well, 8:05, 8:10, we start at 8.
It's unbelievable. I moved here 4 years ago and had no idea the rich history of it. There's estimated to be 100 to 120,000 people that come out and watch the parade every year. Pretty phenomenal.
Moving forward to 1996, the rodeo made its way into town and quickly became a staple of the Buck Days.
And if you go back 25 years, and the gentleman that said, I think we should have a rodeo, everybody, we do what?
But the success and funds from the rodeo has opened the door for many students in South Texas to get a college education thanks to their scholarship program. So far, just a little over $1 million in scholarship funds has been raised since the rodeo began.
When I go back to when the 60s and the 70s and the 80s and the 90s, we've been able to add things that we didn't have the year before.
We're really working to try to see how can we have all of Buck Days in one site long term, to where the synergy of the carnival, the rodeo, everything feeding off of each other just makes it a grander event.
And to continue that spirit for many more years to come. Buck Days officials say the most important reason the festival has thrived for over the last 8 decades is because of the support in the community from the volunteers that make this festival run every year. Jeremiah Marshall, Chris 6 News.
I don't know what's going on behind you, but
folks are getting rowdy already. There's a couple of some Buccarators are actually making their way down the parade route right now. You can hear some stuff in the back, and of course we can hear a lot of Selena, Bitty Bitty Bum Bum from some people who are partying. Apollo Towing, they've got their trucks. So I think the start of the parade is coming up. I mean, it starts at 8 o'clock, so we're only a few minutes away.
We are
but before we get into that, you know, the Buck Days Rodeo is a big part of just the Buck Days Festival.
It is actually one of 59 participating in the 2019 Pro Rodeo Tour. Hundreds of competitors took part in several events, competing for more than $300,000 in prize money. It was everything from bareback riding, bull riding, mutton busting, and steer wrestling. By the way, there were a total of 546 entries this year.
We have got to see. All right, we're going to pause real quick talking.
Yeah, it's impossible to hear up here, but that's all right. It's a parade. That's the way it's supposed to be.
And that sure is a signal that the parade is about to begin. Apollo Towing making sure that they're heard.
I think they are. They've got a bunch of vehicles in this parade. everybody running back to their places, too, because they know this means something important is about to happen.
5 more minutes before the parade actually begins this evening. Let's take a quick break.
Stay with us. We'll be back right after this. And a big thank you to all of our sponsors on the Navy Army Night Parade. Of course, Navy Army Community Credit Union, Wilcox Furniture, NEC Co-op Energy, Bishop RV Center, and Cantwell Mattress Company.
Wilcox Furniture is really overstocked. Yikes! Time for the massive inventory write-off sale at all locations.
Great furniture delivered fast at great prices, like this deep cushion sectional, just $6.99. And we have even more deals at Wilcox.
We're having a huge 2019 blowout sale. 2020s are arriving daily, so grab your manufacturer price increase protected RV now. New 2020 Puma 27 RVQC, sleeps 10, only $179 per month, with a free outside kitchen. We have several trailers from the low 100s per month, and all fifth wheels are $20,000 or more off list. Nobody beats our guaranteed low, no haggle pricing, period.
Lonia Del Rey RV, the best deals on wheels.
Academy Window Coverings is your Hunter Douglas headquarters for the latest window treatment. Our complete Hunter Douglas collection includes Duet Architella, Luminette, Silhouette, Pirouette, Vignette, Plantation Shutters, and Modern Roman Shade. We have Power Rise 2.1 with platinum technology and battery-operated systems for your ultimate convenience and enhanced safety. Visit our beautiful showroom for a variety of styles and fabrics to choose from. Your complete Hunter Douglas window fashions are at Academy Window Coverings, a family-owned business for over 50 years.
Please, isn't it? Okay. Yeah, it should fit. It should fit.
The take it back for something smaller with the CarMax 7-day money-back guarantee way. Whatever your way, that's the way car buying should be. But buy it on the lot because there is a difference between white and pearl way. Whatever your way, that's the way car buying should be.
The massive inventory write-off at Wilcox Furniture. Get this Chase recliner, just $339, or buy this queen adjustable base, just $9.99, and get a queen mattress for up to half off.
Hurry and now to the massive inventory write-off sale, only at Wilcox.
We are of this year's Navy Army Buck Parade, and we wanted to take just a moment to thank one of our sponsors who's helping us to bring you this parade, J&B Pavelka and Trout Trucking. Thanks so much for joining us here.
Absolutely, and then you can see all the folks that are lining up along Chaparral to catch the parade live, but one of the newest spots, it's a VIP, real quick, take a look at this beautiful sky live shot of the city, and you can see so much beauty right now. The weather is fabulous.
Are we in that somewhere?
We're down there somewhere, aren't we? And listen, so one of the great places to catch the parade this year in VIP style is at the Parade Pachanga. And we have our Paulo Salazar, who is live from there, joining us to show us what's happening there right now. Hey, Paulo.
Mike and Katia, I don't know how it feels out there outside. I know the weather is cooperating with us, but inside it here in the American Bank Center, it feels wonderful. We've got some Queen jamming out on the radio. We're just sitting here waiting for the floats to come by for the Buck Days Parade Pachanga. It's the first year of the big event. They're offering food, they're offering drinks. We've got a little kids area for the kids to play. We're just kicking back in the AC, waiting for this parade to get started. And speaking of food, thank you so much. I don't know if they're feeding you guys lunch over there, but they're taking quite good care of us here. We've got some sliders and nachos and some fries. Oh, yes. Here, hold that for me, please. All right, but I'm gonna keep holding the fort down here. You take care of it outside. I'll stay nice and cool in here and enjoy the big Buck Days Parade Pachanga. I'm gonna send it back to you. I'll check back in with you one more time before the show's over.
All right. Hey, one of the things that we have not mentioned here tonight is the Buck Days Carnival.
I know, it's happening down by Water's Edge Park.
Yeah,
You've
that's
seen
always
it.
a big deal.
Yeah, it's always a big deal. And we've got you covered for the carnival.
We want to give some folks the chance to go to see the carnival and be a part of all that is there for free. you can win 4 wristbands to the carnival. All you have to do is email the word FUN. Now, write that down. Email the word FUN.
F-U-N,
with
fun.
Your name, send us your telephone number. You send that to contest@christv.com. You've got until midnight to send us that information. And, of course, good luck on that. Now, there are a lot of folks that help make this thing run every year.
And we are so grateful to all of our sponsors, including Cantwell Mattress.
That's right. They do such a great job. You can't well sleep without a Cantwell mattress. Okay, stick around, folks. We're coming right back. We're just minutes away. There they come after this.
With a locally owned company you can trust, just call us. We are constantly concerned about customers.
All right, one more time, we want to welcome you back here. We're just moments away from the start of the parade. As you can see there, people are lining up. We do want to say once again thank you to our sponsors, Navy Army Community Credit Union, Wilcox Furniture, NEC Co-op Energy, Bishop RV Center, and Cantwell Mattress Company. Thanks for helping us out.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. And one of the guys, I don't get to work with this guy, so I love to see him, Clovio Pettis. He is live right now with the crowd. What you got down there, Mac?
Hey, we are down here on the parade route. Of course, I'm so glad that everybody found their way. My worst fear was people were going to be over on Upper Leopard, but we're here on Chaparral, right by the American Bank Center. As you can see over there, the people are lined up because the parade starts at Whataburger Field and goes into the American Bank Center, then comes around the American Bank Center, then comes right down this street. So we're basically in front of Heritage Park, and we are ready to go. As you can see, there's a lot of people lined up. What are the numbers? 100,000, 150,000? 100,000. I think there's 100,000 right here by themselves. So we are ready to go. Moments from now, the parade should be starting to come out of the American Band Center and down Chaparral Street right about here. So we are ready to go, and let's get started. Back to you.
All right.
Love it.
Thank you, Mac. Hey,
You're
as
such
we
a
mentioned,
worrywart, Mac. He's such a worrywart, that
I was going to say, he's been telling people all week, don't go down there, come over here. And apparently they were watching and listening to him. They did good. You know, the floats right now, they are all out at Whataburger Field. We understand they've already headed over to the American Bank Center where the Pechanga is taking place. And I think it'd be a good time for us to check in one more time with the Chris Six float. What do you think?
All right, let's do that. Dale Nelson. Dale has the mic, I think.
All right, welcome back. We're live on the Chris Six float. What a wonderful evening for a parade. We're in the staging area across from Whataburger Field, waiting for the whole thing to get started here in a few moments. And with me is Jessica Savage.
Hi, great to be here, Dale. Yeah, I was taking a look at the floats earlier today, and there's quite the spread out here. You guys are in for a real treat. Behind us, we have Chica's Rock. You can see these neon palm trees lit up, and then probably my favorite float so far has been the Freer Rattlesnake Roundup. They've got live rattlesnakes on board. It's really frightening and kind of exhilarating at the same time.
Yeah, I've seen that, and that's really something to watch. So the Freer Rattlesnake float is a big one. And with me also is Juan Acuna. Juan, welcome.
Yeah, thank you. We're excited to be here, and the energy out here is just electric. I mean, you can't get over it. This is my third time being in this parade, and every single time I come, I feel like there's an extra electricity going in the air each time. So it's just really awesome.
Yeah,
all the floats that are going, it's just great.
Yeah, this is going to be a wonderful night because the weather is absolutely perfect. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh, I would agree. It's actually perfect.
Okay.
Picture perfect, right?
Okay. All right, we're going to send it back over to Mike and Katia. We'll see you later.
All right, thanks so much for the report there from our float. We're going to see them coming by here in just a bit. There's a live look at the parade route. You see folks are lining up. I think this thing's about to start, Katia.
You
what do
see
you think?
the Buccarators and the police department right at the beginning of the line. You see a couple of floats that are now turning into the American Bank Center where the start of this year's parade is. And pretty soon they're going to start coming down where we are at.
Yeah,
and we'll be
we're right
able
down
to show
here
it to you.
in Heritage Park along with a whole lot of other folks. And we'll be excited to see them come by, and we're going to bring you that live coverage here tonight. Why don't we take one more break before we do that? A big thank you to those who were sponsoring tonight's broadcast of our Navy Army Night Parade. We do appreciate you helping us. Those, of course, would be Navy Army Community Credit Union, Wilcox Furniture, NEC Co-op Energy, Bishop RV Center, and Cantwell Mattress Company.
Just thinking of Cantwell makes me want to go to sleep.
Don't do it yet. We've still got a whole
yet.
lot of parade to go. Stay with us, folks. We're coming back after this. And we are back at the Navy Army Night Parade. And folks, that's who's lined up right next to us here at our broadcast booth right down on Heritage Park. And of course, you see all the lights, you see all the people. That means we are ready to start this year's parade. There's one smiling individual.
Absolutely. Our CCPD officer is ready to kick off another fun parade, another safe parade this year. We saw Apollo towing that came by earlier to really kick off things. And pretty soon we're going to see the color guard by the Boy Scout Troop 3.
A whole lot of folks coming by there. We did talk with some Corpus Christi police officers earlier, and they say it's been a well-behaved crowd to this point. Well, we didn't expect anything less, but they've not seen any problems along the parade route, and that's a good thing. They will, though, have officers walking along the route, and as you can see, these folks will be riding along the route just to make sure everybody stays safe and everybody has a good time. And folks, we are off.
Here we are, and as you can see right there, the Navy Army balloons that are getting our parade started this evening. And of course, as night falls, we're going to be able to see the balloons even more.
Does anybody fly on those things? Because it looks like they're going to take off there. I don't know.
Let's hope not. I think they're holding down. They're holding them down pretty well right there.
By the way, we are also live streaming this at ChrisTV.com. And we want to let folks know, in case anything happens and you lose the signal, just head over to ChrisTV.com. A lot of folks here, and we're thankful that you have joined us here on Chris 6.
If you have a Roku, you can always catch the parade that way as well as all of our streaming devices and Facebook.
Absolutely.
As well.
We've got you covered any way that you want to see the parade. So sit back for the next couple of hours because we're going to bring you every float right up until the last one. And folks, there are a bunch of them.
And feel free to wave back.
Hey, look at that.
Chief Rocha right
Chief,
there.
Robert Rocha, CCFD Fire Department here. Corpus Christi, we love you.
And waving to us from their fire truck as well. And right there we have
some people who are marching.
Absolutely, the color guard, Boy Scout Troop number 3.
Good job.
Way to go, guys.
There are, by the way, I think some 1,100 students in this parade tonight, and you'll see them marching by here in various forms. Here you've got a color guard. You'll see some in marching bands. You'll hear a lot of music, hopefully, as we parade. And all of those will be coming by, and of course, we will check in with Clovio Perez throughout the evening and get some of his reaction. I remember last year when we broadcast this, he was down there marching right along with them.
He certainly, and he had plenty of energy to go too.
Plenty of energy.
So hopefully he has the same energy this year. There go the Navy Army Night Parade balloons.
Hey, right behind the balloons, by the way. I'm surprised nobody's flying on that thing. I think you've got the parade marshal, is that right?
The parade marshal this year is Mark Mora, and the parade marshal is chosen as a different marshal every year, and they are chosen by the Bucker Raiders. Mike Mora, in fact, is a Bucker Raider himself, so very proud to be this year's parade marshal.
All right, we've also got Bucker Raider President Darren Bergstrom, who was a part of this thing. You've got, and we'll see the Bucker Raider folks, they are all over this parade.
I tell you what, they have a good time. Even though they're in charge of such a big parade, they have meetings every couple of months, and they certainly have fun doing it.
And, of course, Buccaneer Commission President Philip Skrobarczyk. Everybody got some nice trucks. He'll be coming up there in just a moment.
The Commodore was
I'm hoping to get an interview with somebody.
Police, assistant police chief there.
Steve DeWalt. Was that 50th year? Is that 50th year for the Bucker Raiders?
50th year for him. His 50th anniversary as a Bucker Raider. In fact, he steams that, and there he is.
We knew the mayor was going to be here.
Hi, Mayor. I loved your dunk, by the way, into Corpus Christi Bay. That certainly was.
He floats very well. Mayor Joe McComb. Hey, I want to mention something here because there is Paulette Guajardo. She's a city council member at large. She's got some special guests with her. Arnold Gonzalez from T.C. Allen Elementary School and Layla Hagedon from St. Pius Catholic School. They are excited about being in this parade.
And city council at large, Rudy Garzas Jr. as well, who you just saw there in the pink shirt. I want to say thank you to him and mil gracias because he and Paulette also come on our sister station Telemundo to do some interviews for us as well.
They do a great job. I think who we got down there? We've got more people. Ben Molina. That does not look like Ben.
No, but I believe that is his wife.
But I believe they are related. Yes. So, and of course, right behind him, City Council Greg Smith, District 4, in our parade tonight. I love seeing all the council members cruising along.
And the big smiles as well.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun. Gil Hernandez.
Hello, Gil.
City Council District 5.
Great to see everybody in the trucks, also provided by AutoNation.
Yeah, very nice, very nice. Is that Barbara Canales? I believe it is.
Oh, there it is.
There's County Judge.
County Judge Barbara Canales.
Getting a big thumbs up from all the folks down here.
Everybody waving back and forth. And Miss Carolyn Vaughn, County Commissioner, Precinct 1. There she, she's surrounded by pirates.
I wonder if she knows.
Let's hope so.
Hello, Carolyn Vaughn. I think we've also got County Commissioner Precinct 2, Joe Gonzalez. It's going by there. And, John Matez. We've got John Matez in there as well. I mean, they are all represented here tonight. Roland Barrera is there. There's Mr. Matez. Hi, everybody.
There we go. Precinct 3.
You got to get your
with his family.
You got to get your wave down there, guys. Brent Chesney.
Hi, Brent. Wave at it. Hey, Brent.
County Commissioner Precinct 4. Get that parade wave down, Brent.
There we go.
That's better. That's better. Oh, I recognize the man in the hat. It is not the Lone Ranger. You know who that is?
Who is this? I can't tell.
Nueces County Sheriff J.C. Hooper.
Oh, look at that. Sheriff.
Hello, Sheriff Hooper.
Great to see you.
Thank you for a tip of the hat. Man, we appreciate it. He's not been in that role for very long, but he is eating it up.
Absolutely.
Out there.
Hey, Sheriff.
Getting some good high marks. All right, look along there. And we've got a lot of our military folks are going to be out here tonight. Folks from CCAD will be in this parade.
Close up with the kids.
We'll see some of them right here as well. Also, folks from the United States Marine Corps Marine Aviation Training Support Group. They're coming by here. That, by the way, is Colonel Brett Ritterby. He's
and commanding officer of
I'm doing a We Are Buck Days video. Would you be interested? Could you just say We Are Buck Days on camera for me?
Joining us with his family, and it's great to see them.
And if you have the NAS Corpus Christi commander, you've also got to have the commanding officer at NAS Kingsville. That would be Captain Eric Spitzer. Having a great time in the parade. Didn't know where to smile or where to wave. We're glad he's up there. But there he is, Captain Eric Spitzer. Hey, there we are. Great to see you tonight.
And commanding officer with the Training Air Wing 4, Captain Kevin Delano, also joining us as well.
Now, look at this, because this is the Navy Army Community Credit Union float. Navy Army Community Credit Union, of course, as we mentioned earlier, has experienced tremendous growth over the years. And they got a lot of folks in those tie-dye shirts.
And do you hear the music they've got going? Becky G, a little music to shake the hips this evening from Navy Army.
Doing a great job.
They certainly are having a good time.
Navy Army, by the way, 20 branches covering the entire coastal bend and across the Rio Grande Valley. They are open to everyone. Stop by and say hi. You
and Mike Gillespie, our first high school band. Woo! It's the Ray High School Band. Let's go ahead and take a listen to the sounds of the Ray High School Band. Go Texans!
That's right. Come on, Bob. Football game, doesn't it?
Absolutely, like a pep rally, right?
Yeah, it does. Hey, look at this. Look at this. They are all lit up. I mean, of course, that's the point of being in a night parade, I guess, is to be lit up.
Is to have a lot of stuff that they can see you at night, and they certainly, hi ladies, big wave. Woo!
Right, great job.
Great to
That's a good looking group right there.
Absolutely, and they've been part of this for so many decades. Mike, Ray High School,
they have.
And I hear the band coming down right now. Let's see if we can take a listen to them.
All right, they're about to start something big here. You can tell. Why? Because they're all licking their lips.
It's a good sign.
Here it is.
Here we go.
All right, give them a big wave so they'll play something when they get right over to where we are. We're down here, by the way, near Heritage Park. Got a great vantage point for this year's Navy Army Night Parade.
Let's take a listen. Here we go.
I say you can hear the crowd. They are singing along, man.
And you've got the Flag Girls right behind the Texans band. Great job. They sounded so good.
What kind of a parade would it be if you didn't have the marching bands? And we've got a bunch of them tonight.
And right behind Ray High School, we have Las Doñas de la Corte, and this is the children's float.
They are indeed. The annual Buccaneer coronation, modeled after a royal court, reminiscent of the Spanish rule of Queen Isabella and King Ferdinand. They're paying homage to the 16th century explorer Alonso de Pineda, who discovered, by the way, Corpus Christi Bay.
And a lot of of them were pages in the coronation this past Thursday, just really taking in the sights and the sounds and the beauty of all the dresses, and of course helping the girls with their dresses make sure that they were looking very good.
And that is not the last time that we're going to say Las Doñas de la Corte tonight, because I think they've got folks on a whole bunch of different floats.
And now we have the Harbor Playhouse. They actually have a glimpse of Neverland happening this year.
You know, this is a part of a production that they started here just about a week ago and that is running through June the 2nd. We had them on our Chris 6 Noon show the other day talking about Peter Pan. And it's everything, if you go see it, it is everything you would expect if you were going to see a production of Peter Pan.
It's the classic tale, right?
Folks,
a boy who never grows up, and it's playing every weekend, now until
June 2nd. They have a Friday night, a Saturday, and then a Sunday afternoon matinee. And, I mean, there are folks flying all over the stage in this thing. So for that alone, it's worth the price of admission. You need to go down there and check it out at the Harbor Playhouse.
And as you know, the Harbor Playhouse is stable for over 90 years. They have been dedicated. There you go. There's Peter Pan right
Peter
there.
Pan, yeah.
Dedicated to really bringing the arts.
And I think I see there's Wendy, there's her brothers. I think right behind them you've got a good look at Captain Hook. All right, who's coming up behind them?
And we've got a band.
They do
right now.
Is this okay? I think this may be Amazing Grace Christian Church. They're if I'm right, they're out in Taft. Yeah, they are. That's who that is.
And they are jamming right now, absolutely.
Doing
and they are on Victoria Avenue, yes, in Taft, about 20 minutes from here. As you can tell, they've got big hearts and certainly know how to play some good Christian music.
And that's another thing. This year, we do have a lot of churches that have got parade entries here, and the parade was open to just about anybody who wanted to get in here, and a lot of people took advantage of that. And so we've got a long parade coming up for you tonight.
The Stockdale Watermelon Jubilee Court.
I didn't see them. I think they went by.
That is
Carroll High School.
Yes, Carroll High School.
So already we're up to another band, the Carroll Tiger Band.
And it's so good to see all of our local schools be involved with the parade, because this is all about tradition. And we've got the Carroll Tigerettes, who are joining us right now with a cheer. Let's listen into them.
Go Tigers! I noticed a lot of Carroll High School graduates apparently down there in the crowd, and they were giving them the big thumbs up.
I think you and I can say, right, let's go Carroll Tigers.
We can do that.
Let's go.
As long as we do it for everybody. Absolutely.
I could just memorize that really quickly. Let's see, who's next?
This is these are the Tigerettes, and I think they're going to be marching through here. Of course, you can go see any of the Carroll football games, and I imagine you get to see these folks right here doing the job that they do on the field, and tonight in the Navy Army Parade.
Looking absolutely beautiful in their Tigerette colors and their hats as well. You've got parents behind them making sure that they are safe. Big wave for us. And of course, the Carroll Tiger Band right behind them.
Here they come. They're playing already. Let's listen to what they've got going on. School Tigers, the marching band coming by our broadcast station right there.
Sounding great. And now Las Doñas de la Corte.
Not this one,
not this one. No, that's the coolers.
Yeah, these are the coolers for the band. We don't want anybody getting overheated tonight. This is the one you were talking about.
There you go. It is the King's Men Float. And this year's King Alonso is Thomas Gates. There he is, His Majesty.
And of course,
waving at us.
The King's Men organization was formed to support and further publicize Buccaneers Days and Corpus Christi way way back when, at the beginning of this whole thing, they stepped in and kind of took over and made sure that the whole Buck Days celebration kept going.
And right behind the king, you must have your queen. The queen of the court this year, Elizabeth Claire Webster, in her absolutely divine gown. And there she is giving us a beautiful wave.
Yeah, this is, look at the crown right there.
I wish I had one,
That's
Michael
right.
Aspia. That is quite the crown right there.
Absolutely. Look at their float too. You see, and you'll see this on a lot of the floats tonight. A lot of colorful floats coming through there, and a lot of good-looking folks there. Hey, there's a look at from our sky cam. You can see some of the route there along the parade. This thing has a long way to go, by the way. It's on this different route this year, and so we've got still a whole lot more. We're right here at the beginning of this.
And we've got the Low Customs Car and Truck Club joining us now. They do custom paint, hydraulics, as you can see in some of the cars, custom trucks, candy paint, airbags on vehicles, custom cars, and lowrider bikes.
I heard you say you wanted one of those. I bet they could trick your ride right now. They could take that mom minivan that you drive, and they could turn that into something good.
And make it really cool, right? I could be the coolest mom on the block.
By the way, they participate in car shows to help raise money for the less fortunate, and so we give a big tip of the hat to those folks down there who are part of the Low Customs Car and Truck Club.
And you can tell that they are certainly taking it slowly, hopefully.
I hope he didn't break
down.
down.
And it's not that it broke down,
because that's not going to be a good advertisement for his his car there. Something is holding up the parade. Hey, while we have just a moment here, we do want to thank some of our sponsors here tonight as a part of our Buck Days Navy Army Night Parade. We've got several of them, including Navy Army Community Credit Union, also Bishop RV Sales, Parts and Service, NEC Co-op Energy, the good folks over at Wilcox Furniture, and Cantwell Mattress Company. All of those folks have come together to help you see a live broadcast of tonight's parade. So thank you to them.
Low Customs Car and Truck Club, they are moving now along.
Is he pushing it? Is that what they're pretending not to push it?
There might be a little help there.
All right. Well, we're going to get they're moving right along, and they might push them over to the side if they need to, or they may walk the entire parade route.
You never know.
Well, when they turn up that street over there, they got to push uphill. So I don't know. I love the paint jobs and the rims and just everything else. I mean, they put a lot of work, and they ought to be proud of what they've done.
Right behind Low Customs Car and Truck Club is Las Doñas de la Corte Duchess Float #1. This is the court of legendary enchantment.
Nice. This year's coronation focuses on the feminine virtues of characters from literature, history, mythology, and even fairy tales.
Did you see that they were showing us their shoes? There's a tradition.
That's a big thing right here.
That is. You got to say, where are your shoes at, or show me your shoes.
Show me your shoes, and we'll see a lot of floats come by and do that. So if you're wondering about that, if you're new maybe to the area, the first time you've seen the parade, a lot of folks will be sticking their feet up, show us
now,
some
do you know the reason
pretty
for
color.
that?
I don't, but I've always done it when I've ridden in the parade.
That you've said, show us your shoes?
No, I've stuck my foot over and showed them my shoe, and I couldn't understand why anybody wanted to see my size 10 kids.
Well, the reason that they want to see their shoes, Mike, CC Elite Basketball, by the way, coming by right now, and the reason that they ask about the shoes is because they are comfortable in the parade. So you'll see them, like earlier, they showed us that they were wearing Skechers. Sometimes they wear their boots, and so you never know what kind of shoes they're wearing.
Big hello to Coach V and the CC Elites, where they teach life skills both on and off the court, giving these folks an outlet to keep them safe off the streets, and apparently they teach them how to dribble too.
It's so great. I've done a story on them before, and it's Coach V. They just do a great job, teaching the kids some life skills.
Hey, the LULAC. All right, we're getting some love. Love from the LULAC Feria de las Flores.
Feria de las Flores, also a leadership and education program on its 60th year now, teaching young girls just the importance of an education.
And right behind them, again, the West Oso High School Mighty Bear Band. You see, you've got some folks up front doing their thing. We can hear the band behind them. And I'm glad that we're getting all these bands here right up front, because they are doing their thing. Making this exciting.
What do you say, Gillespie? Want to take a listen?
Let's do it.
Go Bears!
There they are, folks, the West Oso High School Mighty Bear Band marching in this year's Navy Army Night Parade.
And there's still nothing like a good drum line.
There is, and they do that so well, too.
And they are an award-winning bear band, by the way.
All right, we've got another fancy float coming up along here.
This is Las Doñas de la Corte Duchess Float number 2.
All right.
We have some of the beautiful duchesses that are wearing their gowns and waving to our cameras.
A big part of the tradition there is that the duchesses and even their children are participating in this thing. It's a part of the Corpus Christi heritage and tradition of the Buck Days festivity.
And coming up next, Mike, I think you can recognize those onesies.
Oh my goodness, look at this. The Flint Hills Resources float. By the way, this had better be a good float. It was built by engineers, welders, planners, supervisors, general maintenance folks. They all got together to put this one together for you.
They had a trophy that they were showing us as they were passing by.
So they must have already won something.
I'll tell you what, with some engineers, welders, and planners, you would hope that they could put together.
It would. By the way, we should mention that there are Buckarators along the route, and I think they're giving out different trophies right up front.
Right.
So we'll see a lot of floats come by tonight, and if we can, we'll be able to tell if some of them have won things. Our own Chris 6 News Parade has won trophies in the past, and who knows, maybe we'll get to do that again this year.
Flint Hills Resources, way to go. And now we have the extreme dancing from the Collegiate High School this evening.
All right, full of students who love to dance and express themselves, and they're going to do that right here for you.
And right behind the extreme dancing, we have San Patricio and Aransas County Queen.
That's right. This is Carrie Beth, and she represents the San Patricio and Aransas County Livestock Show. They, of course, building a foundation for young people with the goal of helping everyone find those opportunities to have a successful life.
And they continue there with more royalty.
At the float number 3 of the Las Doñas de la Cortes Duchess, float number 3.
Let's see. Show me your shoes.
Show me your shoes. Nobody.
They're a little late there.
They were. We didn't get that one on camera, but again, good
there
to
they
have
are.
them.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Mike. You see those Skechers?
Look at the red ones. That's like something from the Wizard of Oz.
Sparkly, you know.
Fantastic.
Maybe next year. And now, coming up next, we have, let's see.
Looks like some cowgirls.
This is Andrews Distributing. Yes, this is the Miller Light Girls. They are proud to sponsor Buck Days. Andrews Distributing, very proud to sponsor Buck Days events. Rodeo Corpus Christi, the Coors Light Stage at the Buck Days Carnival, and of course, the Parade Pachanga.
Hey, here come those slingshot cars. I'm always amazed by these things. They're great. The Third Coast Slingers, it's a fun group of slingshot owners, and that's what you call those cars. They are in all kinds of community events. You see them all around town, and every time they have an opportunity to do good, they do it. In fact, they spend a lot of time fundraising for Driscoll Children's Hospital.
It's not just about being in those cool cars, but it's also about giving back. They hold so many events, and like you said, Mike, they give back to nonprofits like Driscoll Children's Hospital and other local causes.
They do, and every time I see one of those, I want to go sit down inside and ask for a ride. I've just never been brave enough to do it yet.
You know,
but that does look like a lot of fun.
Maybe after this parade, Mike, maybe we can get you back to the station in one of those slingshots.
That wouldn't be the worst thing that's happened to me. Yeah, we can take it. Hello! Got a parrot on the front of that one.
You can get a ride with a pirate.
Yeah, they have certainly gotten into the theme of this year's Buck Days Parade. As you see, they're all dressed up like pirates. And what's that? A net? Okay. Didn't know it was a spider
And a couple
web.
of beads there. And of course, now that it's dark, it's so great to see all the lights that they've gone out of their way to really customize.
Right. And by the way,
cars.
we're bringing you this parade tonight. We keep switching. We've got 6 different cameras along the parade route over here, and we're trying to show you just different kinds of views and let you see from different angles. So you've really got the best seat of the house. These folks out here are having fun tonight. It is an absolute gorgeous night for a parade. parade. In fact, where we're sitting, we can also feel a bit of a breeze.
And we can
here.
actually go to Mac, who's down there with one of your favorite rides in the Slingers.
Hey, Mac.
Hey, I'm down here with the Slingshots, and man, these are very impressive. I'm trying to figure out where the motor is, but let's get a close-up here, Dylan. You see, okay, let's go down here. Okay, they got tires, 2 in the front. There must be a motor there somewhere. Then we'll go to the back, and there it's like a tricycle. It's got 1 wheel in the back, and there it is. Now, this next Slingshot coming up is very impressive. I think they win the prize, don't you think? Because look at all the lights on this thing. What's your name? What's your name? Excuse me? What's your name?
Daniel.
Dan, is this your car?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Do you take it to work like this?
When I can.
Yeah, all very good. I think you win the prize, man. Good decorations, man. What else back to you guys?
Hey, Mike, I think Mac is going to beat you to that ride.
I was going to say, I'm honestly surprised he did not drive off with
Me
him because
too.
I really thought that's what was about to happen.
Hey, everybody, here's the Brooks County Fair Association Sirens of the Sea.
You can see the theme right there. Brooks County Fair Association presents their 2019 Royalty Court, and they are doing a great job. We're glad they are in the parade. Los Doñas de la Corte Princess float.
And they're waving at us,
Look
also
those
with
gowns.
those beautiful, gorgeous
Oh, my
gowns.
goodness.
And here we go. We've got another one of our local high schools joining us, Richard King High School.
We knew they were going to show up at some point, and they did not disappoint. Thanks for coming along.
The Mighty Mustang Band has 150 members. The band is a consistent UIL sweepstake award-winning program. And you see a couple of girls right in front of the band.
That's part of what makes the Buck Days parade and the Buck Days celebration so exciting is so many of these young people get to come out and display their talents and really just have fun marching in the band. And oh, I bet you recognize this.
Go Mustangs!
See, all decked out in green, I think they're ready for the St. Patrick's Day parade as well. I mean, this is just kind of an added bonus here. Hello.
Hum it with me. Ready? Always a great day to be a Mustang, right, Mike?
I'm ready to stand for the kickoff. I'll tell you, that's all I can think about right now. Go King! Thanks for being in the parade.
We've got the cheerleaders right behind the Mighty Mustangs. Way to go.
I bet that is not the last band that we are going to see come through here tonight on your Navy Army Night Parade.
And we've got a couple of the parents waving at us, and they're in the truck with all the supplies that the kids are going to need along the parade route.
All right, very good. Let's see who we have next. Oh, you know, these are important folks in our community. We're talking about the Gulf Coast Humans Society Canine Court.
And look at that. And there are a couple of pirates aboard as well.
Gulf Coast, it says Human Society. You didn't catch that, did you?
I didn't know. I heard him. No,
Oh, okay.
I heard him. Yes, I heard that. But
yeah,
it's also
it's the Humane Society with the humans there carrying the court, and they've been doing this for a long, long time here in South Texas.
Do you know that they are the largest no-kill shelter?
Yeah,
in
they
South
absolutely
Texas?
are, and that's not an easy thing to do, and yet they work every day at doing that. And it's their 3rd year, I think, to participate in the parade, if I remember right. And so we're glad to have them
And
there.
right behind them is American Collision Repair Center Monster Truck. They meet their best customers by accident.
All right.
Buck Days, by the way, a great event for
Yes.
the community.
And we are sponsored tonight by Wilcox Furniture, Navy Army Community Credit Union, also Cantwell Mattress Company, NEC Co-op Energy, and Bishop RV Center. Thanks to each one of you for helping us to bring this live 82nd edition of the Navy Army Night Parade.
So we have, there you go. They say we meet our best customers by accident. Now that is a great tagline if you've ever seen one. That's from American Collision Repair Center, and
that is a monster truck if you've ever seen one. Now, I think if they're coming up here next, look at that. You can see how the parade is lined up along shoreline there, and there's one of those CCBD towers that we were talking about earlier. You see those sometimes at Christmas time in the malls, things like that. That's CCPD. They're taking a good look and keeping a watchful eye on everything that's happening here tonight. And of course, we heard from some of those officers earlier, and they said there haven't been any problems along the parade route this year.
Think about it, Mike, it's pretty incredible. You've got about 100,000 people along the parade route, and to be able to maintain such crowd control, and really it's because people know that this is a family event, and so they pretty much, as you can say, they behave, and CCBD just keeping a watchful eye on this.
You know, there was some concern about it being a new route this year because of the construction on the Harbor Bridge.
We heard that from Mac.
It kind of made it impossible to do this the way that we've done it for so long.
Sure.
And so hats off to the Buccaneer Commission and the folks who put this together for devising this particular route, and more importantly, to the folks of Corpus Christi and the surrounding areas here in the Coastal Bend who made this such an easy transition. People were down here when they were supposed to be. They marked off spots where they were supposed to mark them off. And right now, everybody's just having a great time down here on a night when it is, you know, it's always a picturesque night here in Corpus Christi, but this night is especially beautiful, and I think there's nobody down here that minds being down here right now.
Absolutely, and you know, we had all those showers overnight where we weren't sure during the week how the weather was going to hold up, and it has absolutely been a beautiful night, a little bit of a cool breeze along the way, and so everybody's having a great time. I have to tell you, going back to the route and the changes, it wasn't easy. I heard from many of the Bucca Raiders and the Buck Commission that they really fought to have the parade route stay the way that it is, but because of the construction of the Harbor Bridge, the Harbor Bridge folks say, listen, it's not safe to go under the overpass this year because of all the work that we are doing, so we're going to have to change the route this year. Everybody really listened.
Well, one of the other changes that came this year was the big Pachanga happening over at the American Bank Center, and a lot of folks in there getting that VIP treatment and seeing the floats come through there before they then hit the parade route. That's going to be even bigger and better next year.
Let me tell you, it's so much like Mardi Gras. One of the big, speaking of Mardi Gras and one of the big floats, we've got the Chicas Rock.
Now, you were commenting earlier about how much you like this particular float. Chicas Rock neon lights.
You were saying that they do this every year.
Every year
right?
they do this kind of thing. I mean, they put a lot of effort into this. They go all out, and you see the neon lights. That's the theme of their particular float. Of course, Chicas Rock, students rocking live in that float.
Let's listen to them, sure.
That is band, and they're you'll see them at a lot of different community activities, and they're invited in to play. You know, if you're invited into so many things like they are, it must be pretty good.
Absolutely, and they teach them. They teach them how to learn to play an instrument. But what it really gives them is a great sense of importance to know how to stay active in the community by taking part in events like this one. It's a time of year when families get together and they build their float, and it unites everyone. And the girls say they really look forward to it every single year.
One of the things that Chicas Rock is known for, if you know anything about the organization, is that they work at building girls' self-esteem through music and art, and they provide a safe environment for them to express themselves in a non-judgment zone. So we're thankful for them in our community.
Destino Danzar Performance Group is up next. Yes, they are an award-winning group from San Antonio. Welcome to the Coastal Bend, y'all.
We've got people from far and wide coming down here to be a part of this big parade because it is known far and wide. And there looks like some royalty right there in the back of that truck.
That's right. They're right here with the Destino Danzar Performance Group. They actually won first place in Buck Days 2018 last year.
Yeah. Also, by the way, we should mention this. They participated and won an award in the Luling Watermelon Bump Parade. we don't want to pass without saying that.
You can. You got to give them credit. Look at that.
That's
right
a fun,
on.
energetic group of individuals, and we are proud to have them here in the Navy Army Night Parade. Thanks for being a part of all the Buck Days celebrations.
Maybe
here.
when you and I retire, we can join that group.
You know, I don't want to wait that long.
I can see you wearing that. You don't want to wait that long.
Yeah, I could actually. I wear some of that stuff to work right now, so I don't know.
Geez.
You know, it wouldn't be a big stretch for me. Hey, who do we got here?
Las Doñas de la Corte Queens float right here. Beautiful dresses. The gorgeous, the Queen's float. So we have our queen this year, as we mentioned earlier, is Elizabeth Claire Webster.
Wow, look at that. They are just, I mean, it's just an awe-inspiring sight when they drive by. Again, these are young people who put so much of themselves into these events and into being able to do this and in serving our community.
And we've got the Port of Corpus Christi, People Powered, coming up next. We saw their police unit drive by, and now we've got the folks walking on the ground, and the few folks who were actually pretty lucky are on the float right now.
Port of
dancing
Corpus
to
Christi.
Selena.
They are growing. They are in the news all the time for the good things that they're doing.
They've got a little bitty bum bum going on the float right now.
Was Mac dancing? I saw a shot of Mac. Was he dancing?
Probably. I don't think bitty bum bum can.
There he goes.
I don't think bitty bum bum can pass up Mac and he not shake his hips.
No, I think he's just kind of. It's kind of one of those things that's going to happen in nature. You know,
he might be doing the washer. What was it? The washer?
Or the sprinkler?
No, not the sprinkler.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about. The one I can't
do. The washing machine. That's what it was.
That's
yes,
right.
That's what Mac was doing.
Great to have those folks in the parade as well as many others. We've got a lot of floats to get to and a lot of folks who forego the float and march in the parade, including the Moody High School NJ ROTC unit.
The Moody NJ ROTC program develops better citizens while teaching leadership, teamwork, responsibility, and of course, accountability.
That's right. These are cadets that the program really works hard to get them into the community and looking for ways to show off their unit to Corpus Christi because they are proud of what they're able to accomplish there, not only through classroom activities, but also military drill and fitness activities, after-school teams, all kind of things.
And right behind the Moody High School NJROTC team, we have Stripes.
Hey, Stripes and Laredo Taco. Do not forget Laredo Taco, some of the best tacos around.
It's not the Coastal Bend without seeing a Stripes cup and a taco.
That's right. These are at my desk at least once a week, I think. Hey, there's Piper, our friend Piper. Hello, Piper.
Hi, Piper.
She, a lot of times, will bring by some Laredo tacos for us there at the station. We do appreciate her and appreciate the good people over at Stripes.
And we've got the Port of Corpus. Hey,
look at that.
It is the Kings, the guys who are competing for King. It's the 10 young men there who all this evening received scholarship money to continue their higher education.
All right, part of Rodeo Corpus Christi there. I do believe that I sense another band about to come into play here near our broadcast booth.
I believe you are right, and I believe that they have come all the way from Falfurrias.
All right, see, I told you, people come from far and wide to be a part of this. Let's listen to the Falfurrias Marching Band. Falfurrias Marching Band. By the way, that is a sweepstakes earning band for the second year in a row. They've got more awards than I probably want to take time to read tonight because you would just be way impressed. The jerseys, we're glad that they're a part of our Navy Army Night Parade this year.
Berks County ISD bringing one of their vehicles also in this parade. We want to say hi to them. Thank you for being here.
All right.
And right behind Falfurrias, my old friends, Mike Gillespie, before I knew you.
A lot of good folks. Hey, it's the folks over at KIII, our friends across the city there.
Preston, got a couple of my Gazen.
There they are. That's Joe Gazen, folks. You recognize that man in the good-looking shirt, by the way.
Very good.
I like that.
Looking good, my friend. Who's over there? Chris Thomas.
Chris Thomas. Great to see you guys.
Great to see you guys.
Kristen
Steven
Diaz.
Cavasso, Steven Diaz. Oh, John Thomas is driving off the route.
I don't know that that's allowed. Hello, KAAA.
Be careful. Be careful.
All right. Always good to see those folks. And in
My
just
friend
a little
Kip.
bit,
Oh,
you're going to see the Chris 6 News float. Our folks will be coming by here in just a bit.
Absolutely. Great to see our good friends over at KAAA. And
They
who's
got those
behind them?
those good-looking golf carts, by the way.
I know.
I wonder if they're going to have to sell those wholesale after the parade.
At least rent them, right?
All right. We can take
Still
one.
waving.
I'm going to need a ride back to the station, by the way, and maybe
You want to get a ride from Bessie?
see if Bessie will pick me up and do that. Is he holding a light bulb? That's so people can see him.
Oh,
I get it.
probably.
Okay. Hey, Ken. There's Ken driving that thing. Ken shoots
I
it.
like your shirt, lady.
And they've got more.
These are 3 star students that are on the float this year.
Yeah.
And wave. Oh, they're not going to go quiet this year.
They certainly are not. How many entries do they have in this parade?
Oh, that's so funny to see.
I think, in fact, what they're probably going to do is they're going to stop here for a while.
There you go.
You know, I don't know. I'm not going to ask McClovio to go out there, but he could. Hey, who's the...
And up next, we've got the Buccaneer Commission. Let's see. No, this is not the King's float.
I don't think it is. This
this is
says
the Queens.
the Queens,
Of
okay.
course. Hi, ladies.
Yeah.
And of course, all these ladies that you see here, they all won scholarships tonight, ranging from $8,000 to $2,000 each girl. So great job, ladies.
Yeah. That looks like an RTA bus, but I'm not sure. Is that what that is?
Right.
Yeah.
CCRTA, Cap B10, and the Legends of the Gulf Coast.
Goodness.
Oh, look at that. Batten down the hatches is what they say. Cap B10 and his pirateers have resurrected for one night only.
There they are, riding the RTA.
Riding the RTA.
You see the smoke coming out of the, that's an interesting looking individual right
They
there.
certainly put a lot of work in it. CCRTA participates in the Buck Days Parade because it offers them an opportunity, they say, to celebrate the traditions of Buck Days with the community that they appreciate.
And as they say, dead men tell no tales.
And now we have the Floresville Peanut Festival.
This is their Court of European Elegance.
I didn't know that you could put that with a peanut festival.
I'm sticking my finger out as I drink my tea right
Yes,
here.
you are.
So.
Floresville Peanut Festival is in its 74th year, a grand celebration to recognize the importance of the peanut to the Southwest Texas agriculture. We've got the Queen Madeline Castro, King Josiah Hernandez, first runner-up Princess Emma May, Prince Patrick Silva, Elizabeth Coldway, and Cameron Herndon.
All right, look at this. Neighborhood Center of Corpus Christi Pirates of the Playground, I bet. Yeah, that's who they are. And they certainly have dressed up for the role tonight. Coming through looking like pirates, giving us that wave. You may want to slow that down a little bit, darling.
And dancing to El Tao Tao, El Tao Tao. They're so cute.
That's a 30-foot long float, by the way. A lot of these they take up a lot of space right there, and so we're glad to have them in the parade. This gives us another chance, by the way, to go ahead and thank some of our sponsors who are helping us to bring you the Navy Army Night Parade. That would include NEC, Co-op Energy, also Cantwell Mattress Company, Wilcox Furniture, Bishop RV Center, where they have RV sales, parts, and service, and, of course, the Title Navy Community Credit Union, who's bringing us this Navy Army Night Parade.
It was great to see them in the very beginning of the parade with the balloons and just getting the parade started. Do we want to go down to Mac and see if he's got anybody down there with him?
I don't know if Mac is even still in the parade. By the way, take a look at that. That's another quick look along the parade route. You see the flashing lights. You see people down there having a good time. McClovio, who have you found down there with you?
Well, I was busy watching the parade and marching with the bands, but you know, it's really nice. Everybody's having a great time. Let me see this little pretty girl. Okay, will you blow your horn for us? Will you blow your horn?
Oh.
Good. Well, thank you very much. Lots of families, lots of kids down here. That's what it's all about. We've got a little bit of a break on the parade side, but we're going to just walk down the street and get everybody to wave, okay? Get everybody wave because you're on TV. You're on television now. This is all your friends and neighbors that are down here and enjoying the parade route. Of course, again, the new route. I don't know if they're going to keep this. There's Mom and Dad there. Here's all the kids. Hi, guys. How's everybody doing? You like the parades? They're going good? Wait, where's my friend with the clowns? Where's my friend with the clowns?
Oh, Mama!
Where is he?
Look at Jake!
Color. Yeah, you know, those. There you go. All right. Hey, come here. Wait. Okay. I asked this young lady, what was her worst fear at the parade? What is that?
Clowns.
Do they scare you?
A lot.
They scare her. Well, okay, go hide. They'll come in over there. Look, they're coming. They're coming. All right, we'll toss it back to you. Everyone's having a ball down here on Chaparral Street, enjoying the Buck Days Parade. Back to you.
Love seeing all the families. Thanks, Mac. I thought you had ridden away with a float out there. I'm glad we still found you.
We have not mentioned here in a while the fact that the Buck Days Carnival is going on, and we're going to give away 4 wristbands to the carnival. If you'd like to be entered to win, all you have to do is email the word FUN along with your name and telephone number. You send that to contest@christv.com, and we'll select some winners to get those wristbands to get you right into the carnival.
We have the Down South Riders coming along this way with a band. Hello, all in pink.
And again, as most of our, so many of our floats do tonight, they've got the music playing and having a great time, not only on the float, but also showing a good time to the people who are down here along the parade route. It is, as you can see there, an absolutely beautiful night, and folks are just kind of relaxed and taking it all in this year.
And it's really interesting, too, because we keep saying is this year there were so many changes, and everybody has just gone with it.
They have, and I've noticed a lot of the vendors coming by, and apparently they're doing a pretty good business, judging by the lighted hats and all kinds of things that you see in the crowd right there. And they were down here for several hours before the parade even started, and they were going ahead and selling some of those things, and so good job to all of them.
Well, we want to say thank you to all of our sponsors, of course, Navy Army Community Credit Union, Wilcox Furniture, NEC Co-op Energy, Bishop RV Center, and Cantwell Mattress Company. You can't sleep well without a Cantwell mattress.
All right, hey, we're going to take a quick break here. Stay with us, though. We've got more of the Navy Army Night Parade coming your way right after this.
Nobody goes into life thinking about the hardships, those things you can't predict. A few years ago, my wife and I both lost our jobs from layoffs. Our savings went quickly and we nearly lost everything. But thankfully, we had Navy Army behind us. They gave us the time.
From Chris 6 News, this is a live broadcast of the Buck Days Navy Army Night Parade. Now, your hosts from Chris 6 News, Mike Gillespie, Katia Uriarte, and Maclovio Perez.
Welcome back, everybody. For 82 years, we have been down here as a part of the Buck Days celebration, and of course, a highlight of everything that is Buck Days is what you're seeing here live tonight, the Navy Army Night Parade.
And it is a pleasure to be able to bring it to you live once again this year. Mike Gillespie here with you, as well as Katia Uriarte.
Katia Uriarte.
Yes, sir. And I'm going to actually... I hate to say this, but I'm going to have to leave you.
Not yet.
Now, not yet.
Okay.
But in a little while, because it wouldn't be Buck Days if we didn't take part with the route.
And here's what she's talking about. In just a little bit, our Chris 6 News float is going to come on by here with all of the good Chris 6 people that you enjoy seeing every day. And Katya is going to leave our broadcast booth and run down there and jump on the float so that folks along the parade route will be able to say hi to her. I'll, of course, stay here with you until the end. And we do have a lot more floats coming up. Right now, we've got a bit of a break here in the crowd as they've got a float stopped back there, and they're putting some things together. We expect them to come back this way any minute now. Let me ask you about something else that's happening tomorrow that you're going to be a part of.
Cinco de Mayo tomorrow, Mike Gillespie.
I knew that.
You knew
I was leading you into this. I knew that. Cinco de Mayo, what does that mean?
Cinco de Mayo.
5th of May.
5th of May. Very
right.
good. Your Spanish is getting better every day. So our sister station, Telemundo, we have actually partnered up with Buck Days, and this year we are going to bring you a concert series. And who else but the man that you see right there on the right to your screen, Chris Perez, is going to be the headliner of this concert series tomorrow, and it's going to be held at the Buck Days Carnival. So all you have to do is come down to Water's Edge Park. Everything starts at noon, and you get in for $6, and that also gets you into the concert. So come on by. It's going to be happening all the way till midnight. So from noon till midnight, and the shows are going to start right around 5 p.m. We've got Grupo Zamorales as well as Grupo Visión. And Grupo Visión has been, they have been touring with Intocable here lately, so they're a very good band.
All right. Hey, we're going to take a quick break. Before we do that, though, we want to go ahead and thank once again our Navy Army Community Credit Union for sponsoring tonight's parade. A better way to bank, you can visit them online at NavyArmyCCU.com. Also, we want to thank the folks from Wilcox Furniture, South Texas' largest furniture selection. We appreciate you stepping in and helping us to be able to bring this to the folks tonight live.
Absolutely. And we're going to take a quick short break.
Oh, NEC. Before we do that, let's say, hey, thanks to NEC Co-op Energy. You can find your plain and simple rate at NECCoopenergy.com. And then, of course, Bishop RV Center, where you can find all kinds of new and pre-owned RVs, as well as parts and service. If you've got an RV, the folks to talk to are over at the Bishop RV Center. J&B Pavelka and Trout Trucking. You see them around town. We want to thank them for being one of our live broadcast sponsors. And how could we forget the folks over at the Cantwell Mattress Company? Well, we couldn't.
We can't.
Cantwell Mattress Company, because you can't well sleep without a Cantwell mattress. We got that in. All right, let's take a quick break again. We're going to be back with more live from the Navy Army Night Parade right after this.
Nobody goes into life thinking about the hardships, those things you can't predict. A few years ago, my wife and I both lost our jobs from layoffs. Our savings went quickly and we nearly lost everything. But thankfully, we had Navy Army behind us. They gave us the time we needed to make payments. They helped us with our loans. They never gave up on us. It's those people who stick by you during the hard times, the ones you want to keep around for life. Our future is my why. Navy Army is my how.
Spring camping season is here, and Bishop RV Center is ready with 3 acres of fresh new travel trailers and fifth wheels. Start your adventure today. Don't wait, and save big with the best value on RVs in the Coastal Bend. Come by Bishop RV Center and tour this brand new 2019 Microlight, specifically designed with more comfort and amenities in mind. And it's light enough to tow with an SUV or minivan. What are you waiting for? Buy your dream RV today at Bishop RV.
When we say H-E-B products were made for the love of Texas, we mean they were made for long road trips or river trips. Made to sizzle all across the Lone Star State. To add a little extra Tex to your favorite Tex-Mex. And churned in the heart of Texas to make sure even vanilla is anything but vanilla. With thousands of H-E-B brand items made just for Texas, it's no wonder H-E-B's the brand Texas calls home.
Miss the 71st Annual Shrimpery, June 7th through the 9th. Live entertainment by Josh Abbott Band, Chad Cook Band, Bobby Pulido, Electric Cowboys, and AJ Castillo. Culinary events, carnival rides, and the Saturday parade. 3-day passes only $15. Visit Eventbrite or RamsesPass.org for ticket purchase and information. The 71st Annual Shrimpery is brought to you by these proud sponsors.
Watch Chris 6 News, your #1 choice for local news and weather. From Chris 6 News, this is a live broadcast of the Buck Days Navy Army Night Parade. Now, your hosts from Chris 6 News, Mike Gillespie, Katia Uriarte, and Maclovio Perez.
That is such a good-looking picture of the three of us, but that's not how we look tonight because we're out here enjoying the parade. Now, we do have we've got a stop in the parade here, a bit of a delay. And what are you hearing about that?
So what I'm hearing is that a horse slipped. The horse is being checked out by the veterinarian right now. Hopefully the horse is just tired and is going to be okay. But we are going to update you coming up here as we know more about this. Okay?
All right. And it looks like they may be moving down there, and so we expect that they're going to be coming right here next to our broadcast station in just a bit. And when they do, of course, we'll bring you all the rest of the floats. We've had, actually, and it's hard to believe because it went by so quickly, we've had about 80 floats, 80 participants in the parade come by so far.
We had the marching bands, we had kings
and queens and princes and children and moms and dads. We've had a lot of them come by, and they, up to this point, have kept it going at a pretty good clip. I have been really, really impressed at what we've been able to see here tonight. And, of course, you see folks are not having a hard time entertaining themselves down in the crowd while they're waiting for the floats to come by.
Listen, as long as there are vendors, you will never be bored, right? Especially if you're a little one with something sparkly, even as an adult.
And if you're a vendor, by the way, this is a good time to go running through the crowd because you've got people who absolutely will stop and see what it is that you have just out of curiosity, and maybe pick up a few items for some of their children or some of the other family members who are lined up along the...
And Buck Days really welcomes all the vendors, and if you want to be a vendor next year, all you have to do is fill out the proper paperwork to get out on the crowd. You must turn in your completed Buck Days vendor application. If you are to sell food, you must comply with all the requirements of the Nueces County Public Health Department, along with other agencies. Also, vendors must clean up after themselves, especially if they are selling food, but you are definitely welcome to make some money along the parade route, right?
Yeah, and every year this thing just kind of gets bigger and better. And, you know, again, we're talking about 100,000 folks or more who were out here for this parade tonight. And then you at home who are watching it live with us here on television. And all along the route, we've had the Buckerators down there who have been keeping things moving along at a great pace tonight.
And they are responsible for this. You know, they're all volunteers. They do all kinds of different things in the community, but they volunteer their time to make sure that they put this parade on year after year. Rain, not rain, they always keep it going.
Out there. And how do you recognize the Buckerators? They're the fellas out there in those white uniforms out there. Yeah, the jumpsuits. I was going to say jumpsuits. You say onesies. I don't know, but they're you can see them all along the parade route, and they, again, as you mentioned, volunteer their time and do a great job with that. You also have a lot of folks from the Corpus Christi Police Department, again, out here not for any particular reason other than to make sure that everybody stays safe and has a great time.
You see a couple of officers right there on their bikes, just keeping an eye out, like you said, Mike, making sure that everything is going well. And we have the National Pediatric Cancer Foundation Share a Smile that is making their way now the parade route, which now we've got some movement once again.
All right, they're going to be coming by our station right here. By the way, we want to tell you that the Share a Smile focuses on collecting donations for the Children's Hospital. They're currently led by a 4-member student board, and they have 100 beauty queens here in Texas, ranging from ages 1 on up. And so they are really all over the place.
And this group was started by a 14-year-old girl who had a mission to make a difference in the lives of children everywhere battling cancer and other life-changing diseases.
All right, so we welcome them tonight to our Buck Days, our Navy Army Night Parade. That's the National Pediatric Cancer Foundation Share a Smile. And if I am not mistaken, I hear some music right behind them. Who are some of these folks that we're bringing along there?
This is Jordanton, Mighty Indian Band, Mike Gillespie.
That's
yes.
who they are. They are under the direction of Mr. David Torch, Mr. Juan Ramirez, and Mrs. Sarah Rost.
And the band has been consistent winners and was a 3A state honor band in Texas. Let's listen to them.
Go Jordanton, the Mighty Indian Band. It does. I thought for a moment that was coming from the band, but you're taking a look down there. You see the flashing lights, and it's is that the big yellow fire truck coming on there? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see when they come by. But a final look at the Jordanton Indian Band. That guy, by the way, with the band, in case you were wondering. I ask about the big yellow fire truck because whenever I see the yellow fire truck, I know that it means the Refinery Terminal Fire Company. Yep, that's who it is.
There
absolutely.
They are.
They provide all kinds of emergency services for industry up and down the port. Something happens at one of our many refineries. These are the folks who go out there and they take care of it and they get the job done.
And the truck you see there is the Foam 3, an industrial foam pumper truck that can pump water at over 4,000 gallons a minute, and it carries 2,000 gallons of firefighting foam to provide protection.
There they go. It's the Texas Jazz Festival Society. They have a Hawaiian-themed float that includes Mr. Jazz Fest, Jonathan Garcia, and Miss Texas Jazz Fest, Jalu Sun, Texas Jazz Fest Society. Thank you for being in the parade tonight.
The largest free jazz festival in the country.
Yeah, a lot of folks on there. And there's one of the horses. I haven't seen as many of those yet tonight in the parade. And I suspect we're going to see some of those come by here as the horses are in the parade for the different groups. But right now, it looks to me like we've got another. Oh, this is the
Miller
Show Band, the Alumni Association. These are the folks who have been in the band. In fact, I think last year, I remember, we talked to somebody from the class of 75.
They proudly march tradition from Roy Miller High School.
That's right. They've been doing this for a while, and I think it's open to anybody who's ever been a part of the band.
Go Buccaneers! We've got the Alumni High Steppers.
That's right.
Right behind them.
I just want to, there's no way for me to find out, but I wonder what's the earliest class represented among the High Steppers.
What do you think? Maybe?
I don't know. Like I say, I saw it in we heard from a 1975 graduate last year. I don't know who they've got down there this year.
But it's the Miller Show Band Alumni Associates. They are keeping tradition going and looking fabulous while doing it. Go
I expected to see somebody come through there in a walker a minute ago, but I guess not. Not yet anyway, right?
Barely here, Craig.
Barely here, Craig.
Yeah. All right, and we are keeping the purple going. Hello! Oh, look at this royalty all the way from Freer, Texas.
Oh, these are the rattlesnake roundup folks, right?
I was there. Hello. I was there as they crowned the king and the queen.
Hello.
Hello from Freer,
Where
Texas.
are the rattlesnakes?
It's great to
There they are, right
there.
in the front.
You see them?
I saw the rattlesnakes.
All
yeah.
the royalty. Every year I
Been
head
looking
down
for
to
that
Freer
one
to make sure
all
that I
night.
help them crown their royalty in Freer. Great to see
Speaking
y'all.
of royalty, the Guadalupe Agriculture Fair Queens are with us here in the Navy Army Night Parade tonight.
And right behind them, the Veterans Band of Corpus Christi, led by Ram Chavez. Let's listen to them. band was started in 1984 by Rand Chavez, who's still directing the band to this day.
He had actually been a band director over at Ray High School and is, of course, a veteran himself. And all of the folks in the band are, and they do a marvelous job in all of the events around town.
And we have the Hip Hoppers dance team ready to dance. They say their motto is, we love to dance and we do it from our heart.
They do indeed. Their group has a goal of keeping at-risk youth involved and engaged in the various activities that they take part in. And they're proud to be tonight in our Navy Army Night Parade.
Oh, here we go. Look, they're performing for us right now. Mike, maybe they can teach you how to Dougie.
How to Dougie? I don't even know what that is. Do I want to learn how to do that?
Like, teach me how to Dougie.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I could learn that. That's a skill that I'll put to use at some point, somewhere, I'm sure. You know, if I could learn to walk to the refrigerator without falling down, I think I would be in good shape. So, Dougie, maybe that's not so high on the list.
Now, that looks like an orange, maybe?
It is, because it's the Texas Citrus Fiesta Royal Float. You didn't know they had such a thing, by the way,
had no idea.
Yeah, that's who they are, and they are coming your way here tonight in the parade. Texas Citrus Fiesta. And they got a lot of folks on there that are just a good-looking group right there.
Riding the float is the 82nd Queen, Citrina Alexandria Conchola. 82nd Citrus Fiesta King, Brandon Thompson.
And I didn't see Brandon there.
Oh, it's a grapefruit. So Princess of the Grapefruit is Catherine Slusher.
All right. I guess citrus involves all kinds of things.
There you
Oranges,
go.
grapefruit, but that definitely is a grape. Now that it's coming right by our station, now you can see that, my friends, is grapefruit. Do not make that mistake twice. Oh, did we miss the clown?
Oh, did we?
Jolly Go Fred the Clown. I think he was down there riding around. I don't know if we got a shot of him or not, but Jolly Go Fred the Clown was there. And these are the folks from the USS Lexington Museum. They like to show their support for all kinds of events here in Corpus Christi. The Lexington Museum, by the way, a great place to go. If you've never done that, put it at the top of your list and go spend some time down there. The Lexington Museum, all kinds of good things to see there.
They actually have an escape room, and it's the only one on an aircraft carrier.
Yeah, I can believe that that's right. They've also got that huge haunted house that they do every year, the USS Lexington Haunted House. By the way, here's a live look from up top. You saw some of the parade route there. These are more of the people who are down here along the parade, and we've got some folks in Hooks uniforms.
That's because the Hooks are here with us.
They are.
Sammy
Hello.
Hook. Hello, everybody.
Corpus Christi Hooks. Doing great this year in the Texas League, by the way, and we expect to see that continue. That's a great family night. Go out and see the Hooks anytime you get a chance. They'd love to have you along.
And here's the USS Lexington, the haunted house float that's coming up here.
The haunted house on the USS Lexington, the largest on a ship in South Texas. Been spooking folks for 7 years now. And they do donate the ticket proceeds to places like Breast Cancer Awareness and the Wounded Warrior Project.
That's a happy haunted house.
There is a happy haunted house.
County Sheriff's Office, their mobile command center is in the parade this year.
That's right, the Nueces County Sheriff's Office, they are promoting public safety, and of course their #1 goal to protect the lives of all of us here in this area.
We've got one of the K-9 officers also along in the parade route this year.
Yeah, there you go, right there. So well behaved with all the lights, all the sounds, all the music, all the people. Yeah, those things, those animals are trained so well. Oh, here's one of my favorites. H-E-B Creamy Creations. Do you see the ice cream there?
I wish we could eat some ice cream right now. Doesn't that just make you want to have some ice cream?
They've actually been churning ice cream in the heart of Texas since 1998. Get you some H-E-B Creamy Creations. That is good stuff. They are a proud sponsor of Buck Days and are participating in the Navy Army Night Parade.
And right behind them, we have Charro Days, a fiesta. And you can see them. They have a trophy in their hand, so that means they won. They've been around since 1938. The Charro Days Fiesta.
The 83rd year that they have been out here doing their thing. That's a great look. They've got movement on that particular float. They got that horse spinning, and you wonder what that's all made of.
All right, now listen, we've got another high school here, the Moody High School Band, the Trojans. And as the Trojans come by, I got to say bye to you.
Well, this was the part I was dreading all night. I don't want you to leave. I want you to stay here, but we understand that you do have to get out there and get on the Chris 6 News float.
I'll wave at you from the float, okay?
Okay, so when you come
Great
by,
doing this with you, my friend.
Be sure and say hi, and we'll continue to carry on without you. In fact, somebody go find Maclovio and get him up here in the booth. Hey, you mentioned the Moody High School Band. They are marching here as all of their other high schools have done tonight and are coming by here. We want to say go Trojans. They're having a great time right down there in that parade. Let's take a listen. All right, they've got the high strutters coming by here. That's a pretty big group. That's a good-sized group. Right behind them, the Moody Marching Band. And a big thank you to the Moody High School Moody Trojan Marching Band. Glad to see them in our parade tonight. Doing a great job there. You know, somebody was listening when I spoke, which rarely happens, and all of a sudden, Maclovio Perez has appeared up here in the broadcast center with me.
Actually, I was looking for a place to sit down.
Looking for a place to sit down. You were doing a great job down there talking to a lot of the folks who were in the parade, the folks who were watching the parade.
Well, having a great time with the folks, but, you know, I'm looking at the parade, I'm talking to the people, and I don't know how those people have all that energy, but what is that?
That's the Casa of the Coastal Bend Fright Night Haunted House.
That's pretty spooky looking.
Yeah,
you know, the Casa people are great folks. We work with them every year, and they, of course, had their big, what do you call it?
They had their superhero run, their 5K today.
And I don't want you to think that they're scary people. The Casa folks are the court-appointed special advocate for kids, but they must have a pretty good-looking fright house there, because these guys are pretty
and they've
scary.
been doing it for about 20 years, so you would figure in 20 years, in 2 decades, you have got it down. And they do a great job there at Casa. The Sisters of Dance is what we're looking at now. These are folks who, well, the name says it all. Looks like they got a trophy. They have a love for dancing and performing. These are women who decided to dance together and create this group, the Sisters of Dance, and you can see they're doing a little bit of a dance for us down there. They look a little bit like gypsies on there, but
yes,
it's that
but
pirate theme.
What a great idea, because if you stop moving, eventually you will rust. So,
right.
I mean, these ladies keep it going, and congratulations to them, because that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
You know, like they say, if you just stop, you start squeaking in the joints, and no, you want to get out there and enjoy those folks.
Good friends who dance and perform together and enjoy what they do. Hey, look at this. Holy Fire Mission Corpus Christi, 500 years as the body of Christ. This, by the way, the 500th anniversary of the arrival of Spanish explorer Alonso Alvarez de Pineda, who came to Corpus Christi Bay, giving it the Latin name meaning Body of Christ.
Holy Fire Mission, a nonprofit Christian organization in the Catholic tradition. They promote awareness and adoration of the Catholic tradition. And of course, think about that. 500 years ago, Alonso de Pineda, on a wooden boat, was sailing down the Gulf of Mexico, stopped, pulled in, and said, hey, I'm going to name this bay the Body of Christ.
And it worked out well. There went the Workforce Solutions of the Coastal Bend truck going by. They do such a great job in providing opportunities for so many of us here, and so many folks who are looking for jobs here in the Coastal Bend. These are my favorites in the parade right here. It's the Alameen Shriners.
I want to retire just so I can be one of them.
Yeah, and it's not just to wear the hat, it's to ride around in that little car.
I mean, their job is to have fun at the parade.
And they do a good job of doing that.
Great job.
By the way, they do have a serious side. These are the folks who work hard to help children around the world through the world's greatest philanthropy, the Shriners Hospital for Children, and they're always out there spreading the word about what they do.
Of course,
the Alameen
those are our
Shriners.
friends, the Alameen, which are the local chapter, and they bring by the huge carnival every year, and we get to work with them and talk to them. But really, the philanthropy is amazing because, as you know, there's 3 or 4 hospitals in the state of Texas alone where they will accept children, especially the burn children, for no cost at all.
Right.
And these guys are out there acting silly, raising money for that very cause, and we're really appreciative of them.
Yeah, these are some of the best individuals you're ever going to meet. If you ever get a chance to go to any of the activities that they put on or get to meet them at things like pancake days and things that they have, or even get to go by the Shrine Circus.
And there's not one of these silly guys that you see right there that doesn't have a heart of gold.
They do.
Because what they're doing is just for the kids, and for the kids that maybe they'll never meet, but they know that the money goes for a wonderful cause. So we thank the Alameens, and I know they're having a good time.
They are having a good time. Hey, you're wondering what that is right there? We're looking at Texas Search and Rescue, also known as TexSAR. It's an all-volunteer nonprofit group that covers the entire state of Texas, providing multidiscipline search and rescue, swift water rescue, wildland fire, and disaster response services. Glad to have them in the parade.
Well, next up we have the Corpus Christi Coffee Club.
I want to be in that club.
Boy, I tell you, it's a hilarious bunch. They're really a civic organization, but they founded in 1991. It seems like they founded in 1891, if you ask me. It was founded by our late judge, Armando Diaz Flores, and Judge Ray Madrigal de Poncho Villa. You know him.
Yes.
They bring community speakers and all kinds of opportunities, and really, it's an opportunity to keep an open dialogue among everybody. If you sit on one side of the street and the other guys on the other side, and you never talk, well, you don't know what they're thinking.
And they're doing it over coffee, which makes it all better. Now, Mac, you have been down in the crowd, but we have been privileged to sit up here all night tonight, and we've had a great vantage point to see so many of the marching bands. We saw the John Paul II marching band go by there. They were waving and smiling, and here you get to see the Luling Watermelon Thump float.
Oh, yes. I remember the days when you had to go thump a watermelon just
to see if it was good.
We still do that,
I never knew what it meant, but you did it. Yeah.
You look good doing it. But in Luling, the watermelon is a very special fruit because for 65 years, not only have they been producing watermelon, but they've been doing the watermelon thump to bring attention to that wonderful community out there between, San Antonio and Austin. So,
by the way, the Luling Watermelon Thump, in case you're wondering, it's always held the last Thursday through Sunday in June. So you've still got a chance to head over to Luling to see and be a part of that. All right, I think we've got superheroes here, so this must be the Amistad Community Healthcare Superheroes.
It's their 3rd year of the entry into Buck Days, and this year they are partnering with dancers from Con Sabor Ladies Audition
Dance Team. Dancers is what they've got.
That's what they got.
They're doing a great job. Now, here's another Apollo flowing. We saw them right before the parade started. Apollo towing.
Are those not the biggest trucks you've ever seen?
They are.
I mean, I was pretty impressed with the Holt tractors back in the days, but these are monsters.
Yeah, they are locally owned and 20 years, and they are the pros when you need a tow.
So it says City Style.
City Style. Now let's see who these folks are, because it looks like they've got more cars that are coming back behind them, and it's some of those fancy painted cars. Oh, this one's got a sunroof.
Yeah, this is the lowriders.
Oh, I bet you can't do that at home.
Well, I'll tell you, it takes a special skill to be able to get your car to do that. Now, if you can barely change your air filter, you just don't need to apply in this club.
No, this is probably something you want to stay away from.
These guys have spent, I don't think they know how much science and physics go into the hydraulics and the electricity necessary to get these cars jump up and down.
Yeah.
If they told them, hey, you're working, they wouldn't believe you because they're just having fun fixing their cars.
And it goes in the front or in the back. I mean, they can raise them both.
Exactly.
I love the colors. I mean, the sparkles, the purple, the green.
The metal flake, the colors on these cars are amazing. Yeah. Usually they like to be, as they say, unique and adaptable, but sometimes
there's an old Chevrolet.
Traditional.
Yeah, we had one of those when I was growing up, a white one that looked just like that. I wish, they got a trophy too. They won something there. And I don't doubt it.
The vintage look, as they say.
I wish we could show you the inside, get a better look at the inside of these vehicles, because some of them went all out in restoring the inside as well as what you see there on the outside.
When you say this was tricked out, This was tricked out.
Yeah, they could probably help you figure out how to do this to your car too. By the way, now that's an interesting looking truck.
It's a lowrider highboy.
How do you get inside?
You probably need a ladder.
You probably do. They look like they're having a great time riding in the parade right there.
Well, okay, I see a queen coming
Okay,
here.
so let's see if we can read on the side of the car there and see who that is.
Miss Elite Coastal Bend?
Is that who that is? Yes. That is Miss Texas International 2019, Brianna Daughtry of Portland. She was crowned Miss Texas International back at the beginning of March, and we welcome her to the parade as well. She also took first place in their fitness category of the competition. And here we have somebody.
Here's the Jeeps. It's 113.
All right. This is the Corpus Christi Juneteenth for the Crest group. We had them come by there. Then you've got the Jeeps that come behind. Jeep Addiction, is that what you said?
This is Jeep Addictions, a local Jeep club that attends several nonprofits events throughout the year to raise awareness of cancer, lupus, Parkinson. They also participate in Toys for Tots and beach cleanups. So if you are a Jeep addict, and you're a four-wheel drive kind of person, you're looking for a fun and active group, grab your Jeep and come on down and join the Jeep Addiction.
And there are a lot of folks around the Coastal Bend who actually drive Jeeps who might be excited about being a part of a group like this. I've seen them in other parades here in the area as well.
Well, I tell you, for those folks that like to go down to Padre Island National Seashore, beyond the fence and beyond the roadway, and go down to 89
Into the
miles
sand? Is that what you're talking about?
You've got to be in one of these, and I'm sure they've made that trek down there. It's a unique piece of geography that we have. A barrier island that's, a mile wide and 89 miles long.
And so if you've got a Jeep, you can go down there and enjoy that for sure. Now, back behind that, it looks like we've got another colorful float coming our way. I would bet, not seeing it, but I would bet this is the Ballet Folklorico Viva Mexico. Yeah. There you go. I should have just let you say that and stayed out of the way.
I thought we sounded good together. Their float is dressed in the traditional Mexican folklorico costumes. And folkloric means that this is the way they used to dress, because most people in Mexico don't walk around dressed like this. But to keep the traditions of the dance and the villages and the smaller communities, they keep the colorful thing going. So the costumes represent the various states of Mexico. This particular folklorico group was a nonprofit. It was organized here in Corpus Christi, and now 22 years later, they are still going strong.
All right behind them, this is the Pleasanton Chamber of Commerce Cowboy Homecoming Festival. You see the 2019 court there. You also see the big bull right up in the front. Cowboy Homecoming celebrated the second weekend in March and is sponsored by the Pleasanton Chamber of Commerce. We mentioned earlier that folks from all over have come to be in the Navy Army Night Parade, and we're proud to have them here in Corpus Christi. Thank you so much to the folks from Pleasanton for coming out.
Okay, are you ready?
Oh, another one. Good. I was wondering when they were coming along.
We're coming to Screaming Eagles here, folks. It's the Veterans Memorial High School coming up.
That's right.
They start with
they've got the cheerleaders coming through there. They've got some marching folks, I imagine.
Think about this, Mike, for a minute. How old is Veterans Memorial?
It's not that old.
4 years.
4 years?
How many awards have they gotten? It's amazing.
They have racked them up.
They have racked them up. Their football team, their basketball team, their baseball team, the cheering squads, the bands. It's really been amazing. Of course, it came from other schools that emerged to get out there to the fabulous new campus that they have. And pretty soon we're going to get more high schools that are rebuilt and modern and new like that one.
Yeah, Carroll High School is going in out
we
there.
We certainly want to congratulate the Veterans Memorial High School that done so much in just a few years that they've been active.
And these, by the way, are the professional waivers that they come by. No, they're not the professional waivers. These are the folks, if you go to the football games and go to some of their events, you'll see them out there doing everything they can to get the crowd excited and to support their teams, and they do a great job of that.
Not everybody knows how to wave the right way.
They don't, especially me, apparently, as I've been told. Hey, the Veterans Memorial High School Screaming Eagles Band, you've got the flag folks right there. As we have done with each one of our other bands, we're going to let them come by here, our broadcast station, and we're going to take time just to listen to them and see what it is that they've got for us tonight. Veterans Memorial High School, go Screaming Eagles. want to stand up and cheer, no doubt. I want to go out there and see that football kicked off and enjoy a little bit of that. All right, who do we have coming up right through here? We've got some folks in those. Are those part of the band, maybe? Because with each band, we've had parents, parents following with coolers, and want to make sure nobody gets overheated or gets in trouble out here tonight.
They got the ice chest and all the emergency stuff there,
all right.
They're following up.
Corpus Christi LGBT Love is in the air. They're coming right through here on their float. Proud to have them tonight in the Navy Army Night Parade. That group, by the way, formed in 2013 to create a centralized space for LGBTQ community members to find resources they need like healthcare, education, and legal assistance. If you want to check them out, you can go to their website, cclbgt.com. You can also find them on Facebook, Corpus Christi LGBT.
I see the Bud Light.
That's a Bud Light float. That's got to be L&F Distributing Limited right there.
Oh, wow.
Serving the Coastal Bend since 2001.
Number one.
That's
you know,
right.
I think I helped in that.
I think you probably did your part right there. So we're great to have them coming along tonight as well.
Look at the flags. Look at the vintage uniform.
This is Colonel A.M. Hobby Camp 713 of the Sons of Confederate Veterans. So you've got some history moving through the streets right there. They were granted their charter back in 2003, and they are a part of the National Sons of Confederate Veterans, headquartered over at Elm Spring in Columbia, Tennessee. And this, by the way, an ongoing tradition from them. They are made up of folks from all walks of life, and they are the folks who welcome anybody who has a Confederate ancestor who served in the war between the states.
Okay, we've got a little bit of a stretch here. Before the next float goes by.
Yeah, we certainly do. We've got a little bit of time. Again, we were talking earlier, they have moved this along at a really good pace tonight, but every once in a while somebody gets backed up somewhere, and we have to take a little break and let them get caught up.
Whatever happened to the Chris Six float? Whatever happened to that?
Hey, what are we looking at right there? Well, there's the Chris Six float. Well, in fact, I told you that Katia was leaving to go get on the float. Well, apparently there she is, and looks like we won something again.
We won something.
So
Congratulations.
We are number one in our own mind. So great. We're excited about that. They're going to come by here, and we'll get some even better shots for them as well. The Door Christian Fellowship Church, they have a float tonight here in the Navy Army Night Parade, and I believe that's them that are going by there right now. And we've got some others coming along here. In fact, we're getting, I don't want to say we're close to the end. There's still a lot of other floats to come by here, but a big bulk of them have come by and have moved down the parade route where there are not just people down here, but we've got people that are all along the parade route, 100,000 folks. And the way that this has all been possible tonight is because of our sponsors. We want to take some time to thank those who are sponsoring this live broadcast so that you can see it there in the comfort of your home. That, of course, Navy Army Community Credit Union, who's bringing us this Navy Army Night Parade. We want to say thank you to Wilcox Furniture, also Cantwell Mattress Company, NEC Co-op Energy, and the folks over at Bishop RV Center. All of them have done a great job in helping us to be able to bring this to you, and we cannot say thank you as much as we ought to, but we'll say thank you here now and let you know how much we appreciate you doing this for us.
You know, I think it's been a great new tradition that we've started here at Chris Six. I mean, who was doing this before we did this?
Well, and we're talking about this is our second year now to bring you this Navy Army Night Parade, and last year was so exciting. It was the first year that it had actually been broadcast live in a long, long time. We were glad to pick up that tradition and to be able to carry it forward. I think this year's parade has been every bit as exciting, if not better, than even what last year's was.
Well, I was on the parade route last year. I didn't get to see it. I was in the middle of it. So I hope you, but what I swear, I've heard from so many people that said, you know what we did? We put the TV in the backyard and we were back there grilling and chilling and watching the parade. It's like we're there. Yeah. So we're able to extend this parade parade beyond Corpus Christi and beyond all of our areas. And folks, you know, think of how far our broadcast signal goes.
And we've been streaming this parade on ChrisTV.com. For those who have been watching us through there, we want to give a big shout out to you and say thank you for joining us through the modern miracle that is our website and social media and all of the other places, Roku, Apple TV, all the other places that you're able to watch the parade tonight.
But there's nothing like being down here and getting the smells of the turkey leg.
By the way, I've got to thank you.
Yeah, for me?
Because this is a pitch perfect night down here.
Oh man, you know, if it had rained tonight, I wouldn't be here.
You would not. I'd have been doing this without you.
I would have been under the bed at the house.
But you can feel the breeze. I mean, it's comfortable down here. I don't think I've had a single sweat drop yet.
Well, I'll tell you, we have been very fortunate since the storms came in last night. That last sweep that came through and dropped all that rain, of course, that cleared up perfectly this morning. Everybody got to get out and get their spot on the parade route and get ready for tonight. And it's perfect. You know, tomorrow's still a pretty good-looking day, and we don't expect any additional rain to roll in until about Monday. So until that time, we'll just enjoy the parade route.
All right.
Okay, where's the
This is the Miller cheerleaders, I believe. Is that who's coming there?
Miller High School.
And there's a shot from our float. If you're wondering what it looks like to ride on a parade float, well, there it is. We're showing you live from our float. As you see some of the people along the side, our float just getting started down there.
Wait a minute. I'm here. She's there.
Yeah.
But she was here.
Somebody had to be here with me, and I picked you. So.
Oh, thank you. Well, I'm here to keep the seat warm. But yeah. Katya jumped on our Chris Six float. We got the Magic Award. And then now she's coming down behind the Miller High School, which is just about getting into our camera view here.
Right.
It's the Once a Buck, Always a Buck Miller High School Band under the direction of Michael Williamson. 100 Miller High School students marching and a few 8th graders as well.
Yeah, they've got it's a big old band, and if they come by and you say, well, that's a pretty good sized group. It's again, they've got their high school students marching. They do have a few 8th graders because why not get them a part of the program?
Oh, once you do this, you know you don't want to quit. And our congratulations to drum majors Avery Ayala and Zabrin Rocha, who are the drum majors for this year, and the Miller Bucks.
That's the Miller High School Show Band right here in Corpus Christi, the Miller Bucks, and they are coming by now, and we're going to let them go ahead and do their thing, and we'll listen to them as you enjoy this 82nd edition of the Navy Army Night Parade here during our Buck Day celebration. Have a marching band without a good drum line. They have got an excellent one down there in their Miller Show Band. Mac, I've got to ask you, were you ever in the marching band?
I was never in the marching band, but my 3 sons were all in the drum line.
Yes.
So if you want to know about drum lines, I can tell you all about that.
Hey,
I've heard all those rhythms.
I recognize some of the people who are coming up. Would you look at that?
Isn't that us?
The Chris Six News Parade, and they're some of the people that we get to work with each and every day here at Chris Six News.
That is one huge truck. No wonder we won first place.
I want to thank our promotions department because they went out there for weeks on end and put together this float. I mean, they were out there when it was hot. They went out there, I think, in some rain a couple of times.
Okay, let's give them some props. Wade, Ron,
Bailey, Will, another one, Bailey. I mean, Kendall was out there. Monica was out there.
Guys. Look at that.
All of those folks.
That's a homemade
and they have stopped right here to say hello to us, and they're throwing things at us. Good job, Greg Chandler. Thank you for that. I see Roland Rodriguez over there. He's found some folks in the crowd, apparently, and brought them up onto the parade float with him. Great to see you all. Kristen DeGallister, who does our weekend morning show here.
See our logo on the side.
Hello, everybody.
Number 1 on
Great to see everybody. There's Lee Sosley, Dell Nelson. We've got them all up there. Juan Acuna, Alan Harwell, Mike Salazar, photographer. Did I miss anybody?
Yeah, a couple.
Right. Great job to all of you folks who are coming by here.
Hey, that was magic.
There's Kat McGinty. She's one of our newer reporters here at Chris 6. We welcome her to the station and also to our float. There are people inside that float. Did you see that?
And I want you to know this float was built on our parking lot.
It was.
So this is not, something brought in from the New York New Year's Eve parade. We built that. Well, we didn't, but our crew built it.
Now here is an elegant float. Miss Alice, Texas Royalty.
Right. Coyote Country.
Yeah, this is the second year they've been with us. Congratulations to the folks from Alice. We're glad you're a part of the parade. And then you've got this group right here. Now I want you to say what that is.
La Comparsa Tempol Veracruz Dia de los Muertos.
Dia de los Muertos is all I understood out of that.
Part. Okay, so what it is, it's a group of people from Veracruz who remember the tradition of Dia de los Muertos. Now, in the U.S., Halloween is an ugly thing, right? Ooh, it scares you. In Dia de los Muertos, we celebrate the dead coming back to visit us. So we always celebrate the skeleton and the spooky guy and all that stuff, but it's not a fearful thing. It's those are the people that we love that are moved on.
Those masks,
fortunately, for one day they come back to visit.
Those masks, by the way,
yes.
three months to make. Hey, going by there, you saw Sissy Whipple, who is a Goodwill ambassador for the city of Corpus Christi and has been since 2013. This is another interesting one. I believe this is the Shire of Sea Winds.
Where is that?
The Shire of Sea Winds, a member of the Society for Creative Anachronism. Okay. Somebody earlier thought that said anarchy, and we were going to have to not show this float. Anachronism.
All I know is that these guys recreate the medieval battles.
Yeah, the Middle Ages.
And all I can tell you is I'm glad they're doing it because I would not want to participate in this stuff. They actually hit each other.
Now, if you look at this and think, I'd like to be a part of that, go to Sherrill Park every Sunday at 4 p.m., and that's where you will find them.
Oh, so they do the old Renaissance Fair.
All kinds of reenactments.
And they reenactments from all the good old days in the medieval times.
CCPD Auto Theft Task Force, what would we do without them? They've got an entry in this year's Navy Army Night Parade. The Corpus Christi Police Department Auto Theft Task Force, they are the ones who specialize in motor vehicle burglary and theft investigations. You don't want to have to meet them, but if you need them, it is good to know that they are good at what they do.
Of course, our mission to deter auto thefts throughout the community with public awareness, increase proactive enforcement. Please welcome Officer Blue. Did you see Officer Blue?
I saw Officer Blue. These folks are the letter carriers. It's the National Association of Letter Carriers Food Drive.
That's my postman.
That's your postman right there, walking down the street.
Down there?
They participate in the parade every year. They collect food, and they give that food to our local food bank, and so we're glad to have them right along here. Look at this one. This is the VIP Mobile Barber Shop. Now, are you going to get your hair cut in there?
Well, I haven't looked inside. Let's
look at that as it comes by. We'll see if we can get you a shot inside, because I do believe I see a barber chair. This is Corpus Christi's first mobile barber on wheels.
Would they come to your house?
I guess they do, or they set up maybe in a neighborhood or something. What a great service for folks who need that.
They are licensed and affordable, convenient. It's a mobile barber on wheels. That's what a great idea.
They do a great job.
I've never seen that before.
I have never seen that either. Okay, let's see here.
This is
Miss Corpus Christi Latina. All right. We've had a lot of royalty coming down the parade route tonight, and a lot of folks, and all of them, of course, just decked out and looking so really nice.
It's a sure sign. A lot of attractive young ladies down there, you got to admit. And now there's a bunch of Corvettes coming down the road.
Now, I wonder what they're from. That's got to be some kind of Corvette club, wouldn't you think?
I would think so. Now, is this live or is that live?
This is the live one right here.
And what's that one?
What we're looking at over on the screen is from our float. Yeah, you were seeing a shot from our float.
Oh, okay.
These are the Corvettes that are coming down here. It's the CC Corvette Club, as a matter of fact. So I was right.
There's 10 Corvettes, I guess, from different eras, different ages, and different motor sizes. But the Corvette's an American institution. For those of you who like the muscle cars of the days gone by, when you used to have a V8 or a V6 or a
It's classic. It is timeless. It never goes out of style. Everybody loves a Corvette, and when you've got one, you're just cool. No matter what else you look like, no matter what else you got going on, if you got a Corvette, you are just cool.
You are somebody.
Yeah, so we're grateful to have them, as we have been grateful to have each one of the floats tonight in our Navy Army Night Parade. And I'm looking here, Mac. I don't see a lot happening after that, and I'm wondering if we have come to the end of the parade. Maybe somebody.
What about the big yellow trucks? They're always at the end.
I think there were so many Apollo trucks that came by earlier that I don't think they had any left to send by here
I think
from Apollo
we're
Towing.
out of trucks.
Those are the Bucker Raiders.
Hey, they're always around. The Bucker Raiders, another great year of a parade. Of course, they've been doing that for years. I mean, there's generations of Bucker Raiders. They have those little onesies there.
Yeah, and they are an all-volunteer group, by the way, who really do a great job of trying to keep this parade going and make sure that everything runs smoothly before and then later. There's Katya Uriarte there on our float.
Here she is. Hit it. Live. You're on.
Look, Monica showed us. Monica's a huge part of why we're number one. You guys get in here, Monica. Look at this show. You got to show it off, Monica. Number one, you guys.
There's part of our crew that built the float.
Super, super hard to make this float, and it is awesome. But this is what it's all about. It's about the crowd. Wave, everybody. Woo! Happy Buck Days, everyone.
All right, a great job. Katya Uriarte and the rest of the Chris 6 News folks who were there on the float and who were having a great time. Parade, and they get to go down through the rest of the parade route. Right here at the beginning where we are, we've come to the end of those particular floats.
We're at the beginning.
because we're right at the beginning.
But it's now going through downtown. It's going to go up the bluff over to Leopard and then cut across Staples. Now, I really didn't think.
Let's look at a replay here of our float coming by there, because I want you to see it again, because we're so proud of the folks who worked hard to put that float together and what they were able to accomplish. There it is. Chris 6 News first on land and sea.
And we want to congratulate our promotions team that actually built that in our parking lot over the last couple of months.
All of your favorite
rain or
folks.
shine,
That's
rain
right.
or shine. They were out there tacking away, putting up the floats and putting all those decor on it. So
By the
they
way,
did a great job.
You see a lot of folks that you recognize there. You see others that you don't see because they make up a part of our different departments there at Chris 6. It's a lot of folks that we're able to work with on a day in and day out basis. A lot of them brought their families to come and enjoy the float, because really when you work at Chris 6, that's what it is. It is a family,
part of our family,
and we try to involve every one of us. Some of our great photographers, you see Mike Salazar there, and of course the anchors that you're so familiar with each night.
You know, Mike, when you and I rode in the float, they didn't have our name tags.
They did not have our names up there because they figured people would look at you and know immediately who you were.
Thank you. That's a great.
They did not have to put names when we were riding on the float. All right, one more time before we go to another break, we want to go ahead and remind you that we didn't bring you this on our own, but that there are several sponsors who have done their part to make sure that you got to enjoy tonight's Navy Army Night Parade. That would include the Navy Army Community Credit Union, Wilcox Furniture, also Bishop RV,
and NEC Co-op Energy.
Yes, you say that so well, and
I
you do that every morning. Also, Cantwell Mattress Company, good folks down there. All right, let's take a quick break. We're coming back right after this.
Nobody goes into life
All right, welcome back here to the Navy Army Night Parade. This, of course, a part of the Buck Days celebrations, the 82nd annual Buck Days celebrations. And this is just one part of what goes on during Buck Days. And we want to take a minute to thank our sponsor,
JB Pavelka. Thank you for the trucking help. Trout Trucking Company. You know, they allowed us the trailers and the big truck to pull the trailers. And then, of course, our team, our crew from the promotions department went up there and decorated it out.
All right.
Now, we started the show with Katia Uriarte sitting here, and magically she disappeared.
So she's over on our Chris 6 News float. I think we can go back and check in with them as they are still moving along the parade route. Katia, are you there?
Hey guys, Katia Uriarte live from our Chris 6 float, which by the way is #1. Monica, get over here, Monica. Monica had a huge part in making our float along with our marketing department. What is this, Mon? We got first place. Literally, Monica was crying. It's emotional.
It is. I mean, we spent a month working on this. In the mornings, we worked on it. When it got hot in the afternoons, we went back inside. But we put a lot of, honestly, blood, sweat, and tears, sunburns, you know, scrapes and bruises.
So much love. And they still had to get all the marketing done. So we have a wonderful marketing team, #1. And look, this is what it's all about. It's all about the crowd, you guys. Wave! We've had so much love for Chris 6. We thank all of our viewers. Thank you so much for showing us so much love and so much support. And that's why we are here. And that's why we take part in this time-honored tradition. Mike Maclovio, how's it going over there? I miss you guys. Wish you were here.
All right, thank you for that, Katia. They're having a great time there on the float.
You know how excited Katia is right now?
Yeah.
Every morning at 9 o'clock, she just.
That's exactly what she does, by the way. You know, they started this parade down at Pechanga, down at the American Bank Center, and we've had Paulo Salazar down there. Let's see if we can get a shot of what's going on down there, because this was a VIP experience that they had put together for folks to see all the floats.
And brand new. The concept is the floats, all the floats started.
There they are.
At Whataburger Field, then went in right through the American Bank Center, where they had all kinds of people enjoying food and music, but the parade went right through the roof.
Now get this, next year they're going to do this in the arena. They were kind of in a different part.
They're in the convention side.
Yeah, they're moving it into the arena next year,
great.
And it's going to be open to the public. Can you imagine that?
I'm ready to go.
Yeah, that's going to be great. That's a fantastic vantage.
And for some of you, you remember the old days when the parade would start at Miller Field at Buck Stadium.
Buck Stadium,
right?
Yeah.
So the parade would start there, would go around the track, and then it would come down Leopard like the old days. Well, it's the same concept, only it's going to be inside in the arena where the ice race play.
Yeah.
So it's be air conditioned, comfortable seats, and
why wouldn't you?
A couple of beverages.
And I still bet there will be people lined up along the parade route, because that's been a tradition for their family. There's another look at our Chris 6 News float, by the way.
That is a camera on top of our float. Mike Salazar is carrying that on right now, but the float is still going. It looks like through the downtown area. They're still in the lower bluff, but pretty soon the floats are all going to turn up the bluff and then go down Leopard through the Caranco
That's
area.
one of our Skycam shots, by the way, and you can see again there's lots of floats that are still moving through parts of the crowd down there.
They're down there at the Ritz Theater, as you can see right about there. So that camera's coming off from the American Bank Center, shooting down.
Yeah.
And like I said, we are wrapping up over here because we're at the top end of the parade, but it's just beginning through the downtown area.
Yeah, there are folks that are lined up there on Leopard and on Staples. We saw a lot of folks set up on Staples when we were headed over here earlier.
I was going to say earlier, you know, I really didn't think, I'll be honest with you, I didn't think people would figure out to go to Staples, like near the church, Sacred Heart Church, but they did.
And they were there lined up, ready to go.
They had their little ribbons and their
They had chalk marks.
Chalk marks everywhere, and everybody was ready to go, even at 5 o'clock this afternoon.
Yeah, they did a great job. You know, it takes a lot of folks to be able to put on an event like this for us here at Chris 6. We're glad to be able to bring it to you, but we had, I think, 6 different cameras that were out there tonight. We have a lot of production folks who you're never going to get to see in front of the camera, but without them behind the camera and at different vantage points along the parade, we would not be able to bring this to you. We specifically also want to thank Craig Bandy Tricam Productions. That's why we have the
real cool
headphones
here
this year that make us look like
he's got a real fancy trailer where all the
got a big truck. We got people down here pushing buttons and doing different things with cameras, and feels like we're down at the Macy's Day Thanksgiving Day Parade.
Yeah,
by the way, we're available for that next year.
I'm going to call out Dylan, who was the camera down on the street. Who's in the bucket up there?
I think Dennis is probably up there. Dennis Kingsbury is up there.
Big Will is over here.
Yeah, and you can see a shot of where we are down here by Heritage Park. We've had a great vantage point of this entire parade. And, again, that's brought to you because we have such great, dedicated folks who are working along the parade route.
Who's really directing this show? Who's really directing this show? Is it Tom Acuna?
It could be Tom Acuna. I think he's doing a great job. I will tell you that our general manager, Greg McAllister, has been in our ear all night.
Yeah,
and he's been calling plays left and right, doing a great job of that as well. You won't find a GM like that anywhere else. Jaime is down there. Jaime Size, he runs all of our operations there at Chris 6. And
they've been setting up here in the heat and the humidity all day. So we thank them for all the work they did to set us up to look this good in front of these lights. So thank you for joining us
We're glad
today.
that they're doing that. We had some folks there on the float. And again, just a reminder, people are still seeing the floats there and having a great time.
Through the downtown area. Thanks for joining us tonight.
All right, we're going to bring you now to some local news. We'll see you again soon. Thanks for joining us for the Navy Army Night Parade.